Mount Sports. Take advantage of it if you want to participate and have a good time. Like he said, it should be for fun. Make sure you can only participate if it's fun for you and not a necessity to, like, pay your mortgage or anything like that. Not a good way to try to invest your money. Only if you can have some fun with it and not get all twisted about it. All right, to the recruiting report now. Here on Sports Talk, it is brought to you by, of course, the great folks over at Seawells. Hope you got over to Seawells today for another edition of the Daily Luncheon Buffet. A great spread was there for you to enjoy. They'll do the same thing next week, Tuesday through Friday. And for your special events coming up this fall or anytime, call the folks who've been doing it for over 70 years, the Sewell family and staff. They can handle all your planning and your catering needs at their facility on Rosewood Drive, or they'll come to your venue. Check out the website, SewellsCateringSC.com, or call for more options, 803-771-7385, 803-771-7385, the number. So Clemson got a commitment this morning from linebacker Braden Riley, 6'3", 210, Cincinnati. He decommitted from Northwestern earlier in the week. He's the first linebacker commitment for the class. Clemson offered back on October for the Clemson class. 27 defensive end K.J. Green of Stone Mountain, Georgia, is a big target for South Carolina coach Shane Beamer and defensive ends coach Sterling Lucas. They remain regularly in touch with him. In fact, Lucas talked to him on Wednesday night. He says the Gamecocks record, not a problem for him, not worried about the 3-4 mark. He's got such a great relationship with the staff that is something that is not part of the conversation for him or even in his mind as he thinks about South Carolina. He'll be back to see the Gamecocks this weekend when they play Alabama. He was also in to see South Carolina earlier in the season for the Vanderbilt game. So South Carolina and Alabama are his top two right now. They are 1 and 2, no particular favorite between the two. He said as far as who he's rooting for in the game, he's going to be rooting for a draw. He said he wanted a tie. He'll cheer for the Gamecocks when they score. He's going to cheer for Alabama when they score, but he'll do that a little more quietly so as not to be seen by the Gamecock fans. So South Carolina, Alabama right there at the top. He's also been to games at Clemson, Nebraska, Florida State, Tennessee, and Alabama. He's going to go to Miami for the Syracuse game, Texas A&M for the USC game, Ohio State for the Rutgers game, and possibly to Texas November 28th for the game against Texas A&M. So someone to keep an eye on from a Gamecock standpoint. So South Carolina, of course, we've gone through a number of the names throughout the week of the players who will be coming in as recruits for South Carolina. They got a nice collection of players from the 27 class, 28 class. Of course, many of their commitments are coming in as well for this game. Of course, who wouldn't want to be in for this game? Gamecock target, 2027 linebacker A.J. Randall of Garner, North Carolina, was offered by Alabama. And 2028 receiver Desiree Christian of Greenwood is another one of the prospects coming in to visit South Carolina for this coming weekend. Clemson's going to have a visit on the Duke weekend next weekend from 2028 quarterback Chris Miller of Kennesaw, Georgia. And Clemson offered last night 2027 offensive tackle.
Welcome to the 96.3 ESPN Radio High School Football Game of the Week. Catch the action all season long from your favorite Florence high school football teams. Brought to you in part by Galloway Auto Glass, Stoudemire Dowling Funeral Home, Adams Metal Building Supply, Rivals, a store divided. And now, with all the exciting play-by-play action, here's James Fisher and Chuck Lawson.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the ESPN Radio High School Football PD Game of the Week. It is Week 9, and tonight we're switching gears from the public school scene to the private school ranks of Skeeza football. And we've got a good one. The Lawrence Manning Academy Swamp Cats come to Darlington to visit the Trinity Collegiate Titans. It's senior night here at Trinity Collegiate. Always one of the most emotional evenings of the season. Family, friends, alumni, all of the above. Pack the stands to support these seniors one final time here on their home field. My name is James Fisher, here with my partner Chuck Lawson. And Chuck, a lot of energy coming into this game tonight here as we get ready to wrap up the season. One more non-region contest for both these teams who are both destined for the playoffs.
Hey, I mean, yeah, and this is going to be a good test for both of them going into the playoffs. The winner's going to go with them a little bit more momentum than the other team, I would imagine. But with that said, it will be a non-region loss. I'm looking forward to seeing this kind of school. I haven't been to Skeezer School except for one other time, and that was last year's Baptist Temple. So it's kind of cool to see the different environment that's going on. And like he said, it's senior night. So these seniors, this is their last time to show out in front of this crowd. I believe they're both on the road next week, or they're on the road here next week, I believe. Trinity Collegiate is.
Trinity will be on the road. They're going across the town of Florence to the south side to Florence Christian to play their Florence rivalry game at the end of the season. And then Lawrence Manning, they'll be at home for their senior night against Porter God. So the Swamp Cats are led by a first-year head coach, Jimmy Noonan. Both these teams, in fact, are led by first-year coaches, Sean Fagan for the Titans. Both of these coaches have a ton of coaching experience, even though this is their first season for both of these programs. Coach Fagan has 14 years of high school and collegiate level coaching, and Coach Noonan has been coaching since 1993. He has experience as an AD, as a coach. He's a former Citadel fullback, so you're going to see a lot of smash mouth trying to run the football in the triple option from the Swamp Cats tonight.
Yeah, and let's see, because both of these teams have tried to run the ball, and it appears that actually Trinity Collegiate has had a little bit more success running the ball than Lawrence Manning. But we're going to see what the Swamp Cats can pull out, because like you said, he is fullback generated. But both of these teams seem to have more of a passing offense than they do defense, and it may be because they can't run the ball, or it may be the style of offense. We're going to be able to see that tonight, James, because we're looking at it thinking, hey, they can't run the ball, but maybe they can.
100%. Trinity definitely has found a little more balance as of late. Trinity coming in at 5-3 on the season, much improved from their 4-7 record last year. Much of that is to Coach Sean Fagan, but also it does to the historic performances of their senior quarterback, Davidson Lynch, who you don't see many quarterbacks in this area have these type of passing numbers, much less at the Skeezer level. This young man has 169 attempts, completing at a 60% clip for over 1,800 yards, 17 touchdowns to only 2 interceptions. That is unheard of in the collegiate ranks. Add 4 rushing touchdowns to this. He is an elite quarterback, and I'm very excited to watch him tonight.
I would honestly say on the other side, we look like we also have another pretty elite quarterback in Granger Powell. It's his second year in the starting position, and he's completed 67% of his passes. Plus, he has over 1,200 yards passing, 8 TDs, and only 3 interceptions. But the thing I was saying is, he looks like he can pass the ball, too, with that many passing yards. 100%. So this is going to be a passing battle, in my opinion. We're going to see. I do believe the team that runs the ball better will actually win the game.
I agree 100%. That's been a struggle for Lawrence Manning all season, and a main factor in that is because they're a little undersized up front. Their head coach even admits that they're kind of working through a lot of their kinks. It's really been a roller coaster season for the Swamp Cats, as they're 4-4 on the season, 2-3 in their region play. But a lot of their games have been very lopsided. Their margin of victory, 33.5 points. But their margin of defeat, 25 points. They've only been in 2 one-score games the entire season. So a lot of highs and a lot of lows for this team. But a big thing is for them is they need to use that undersized to their advantage in some ways. They need to, as you like to say, tackle by population. They need to rally to the football quickly, and that's something that they've improved on a lot this year. And then offensively, they need to be able to pull their guards, get out in front of their tailbacks, and help lead the way for them out in space.
Yeah, and when I was reading some of the notes and just some of the stuff that I've also looked at, when I saw that they were so much undersized, I thought the same thing. They're going to have to, more than one person is going to have to be on somebody to tackle them. And also the thing I noticed is that all of these players play 2 different positions. So all of them except for the place kicker actually is what I'm showing, that every single one of them play 2 positions. So some of these kids are going to get a little tired possibly by playing both positions.
Both of these rosters are of decent size, but like you said, Chuck, they want to be able to use both to their advantage as far as training and cross-training these kids to be on offense and defense, have a position and be versatile for each side of the field, as these senior captains taking the field for both of these squads tonight. The families of the seniors out on the field as well to celebrate these young men. They have 10 seniors on the Trinity Collegiate roster: Jael Preston, Desmond Williams II, Davidson Lynch, Walker Wilcox, Matthew Dameron, Jonathan Charles, Jonathan Cottingham, Oliver Brody, Drew Cockrell, and Kyler Johnson. Obviously, great careers that they've had here at Trinity, and good luck to them the rest of the way. They will be able to play high school football beyond next week, as they will be both teams in the playoffs, getting ready at the end of the season, as I believe we have a decision there at middle of the field that I believe Trinity will be receiving the football first here to start the game.
Yeah, I got 12. I was trying to get the captains for the other team right there, James. Let me just concentrate now on just watching the game a little bit. But yes, they're both meeting in midfield right now. And who did win the coin toss? Have you noticed yet, James?
I believe it was Trinity who won the coin toss. Both the captains of both the teams still meeting at midfield there, shaking hands. I think a small prayer was exchanged. A lot of great pageantry here tonight, a great tight-knit community here at Trinity Collegiate. It's been wonderful to see. Like you said, it's a little bit of a change of pace from what we're used to seeing go into the bigger schools. But it's definitely a great family atmosphere here tonight, and they're ready to cheer on these seniors.
Yeah, no doubt. That was really cool to see them do a prayer before the game, and then the sportsmanship that they showed. Hopefully they'll continue that on the field, and let's have this a good, clean game where nobody gets injured or anything like that. We're here for fun, and we don't want to see any injuries tonight. This is their last game here. Just make it smooth for them.
100%. A lot to cheer for both of these teams this season. Both of these teams having pretty tough records last year. As we mentioned, Trinity was 4-7, 1-3 in their region, and then Lawrence Manning 3-8 last year. And a lot of that has to do with these head coaches instilling such a great program and a great culture. A ton of experience from both these coaches, and it just seems to have blended very seamlessly here. I mean, not seamlessly, but you can immediately see the impact that these coaches have had on the program, on these young men specifically, and they have their own testimonies about how much these coaches have improved their careers already.
Yeah, and both of them have more wins than they did last year already during the season, so it's a better season almost no matter what, like you were saying, but I'm sure both of them are wanting to win this game to put a little stamp, especially Trinity Collegiate. Right now, they're second in the region. If they were to win this game, it has nothing to do with the region, but they go into next week's game against Florence Christian. Florence Christian has a region game tonight, and so if they were to lose that game, that would pretty much make where they're number 2 in the region no matter what, because it would be a tie record 2-2 at worst.
Absolutely. I'm going to double check the region standings as both teams take the field here.
It's LCA is the team they're playing next week.
Right. As Lawrence Manning Academy in the all-white away jerseys with their orange and bright blue trimmings. In Trinity Collegiate coming out in their all-black home uniforms with the blue and white trimming. Very clean, crisp jerseys for both these units here tonight. And we're going to step aside here for a moment here before kickoff as we get ready underway here at senior night for your Florence game of the week at Trinity Collegiate. We'll be back after this short break.
It's football season, which means it's time to head to Rivals, a store divided, your go-to place for all things Clemson or Carolina. Get all your fall fashions at Rivals. It's wall-to-wall with the latest Clemson or Carolina gear, including dresses, shirts, shorts, shoes, and hats. And while you're there, gear up for your tailgating parties too, including tents, tables, chairs, coolers, and grillers. Plus, check out their fan cave section. It's full of metal and wooden signs at Rivals, a store divided.
More live action. It's the high school football game of the week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome to your high school football game of the week here on 96.3 ESPN Radio, live from Trinity Collegiate Academy as they play the Lawrence Manning Swamp Cats from Manning, South Carolina, from inland. And we're getting ready here for kickoff. Number 20, the kicker, Daniel Vargas, for the Swamp Cats, has had a nice season for them so far. It's been a bright spot for this team, and it's been a real weapon for them. Back deep for Trinity Collegiate, number 21, Robert Mack, their lead rusher at tailback. He'll be a weapon used a lot tonight. And then number 6, their electric sophomore, Garrison Copeland, who's one of their main touchdown receivers through the air, as we are ready to tee this thing off, my friend.
Here we go, James. Another Friday night of college football games for both of us. Exciting. The kickoff's about to happen, like you said. I'm about to let you take back over and start this game up for us.
Daniel Vargas will put his foot into it. It's an onside kick going to the right side, high into the air, and I don't believe it went 10 yards. It looks like it took a interesting Swamp Cats bounce there back to them. So Trinity will be able to get the football in good field position here at the 47-yard line.
A nice try on special teams. He did secure the ball and catch it, but he secured it about at the 9 yards in instead of 10. He tried, and then unfortunately 1 yard shy. Otherwise, we were about to have an exciting play. But it gives Trinity Collegiate great field position to start the game with.
That bounced a little higher on that second hop. It was just messed that timing up slightly there. Is now the leader of this Titan offense, Davidson Lynch. A historic passing season for the Titans this year. Lining up in the gun, trips to his left. Takes a shotgun snap, throws left side. It's complete into the flat on a screen pass. A gain of about 3 or 4 yards there. Number 19, Jonathan Charles with the catch.
Yeah, first design play to get positive yards, just get your quarterback an easy throw. Not a bad play to start the game with.
2nd down and 6 as staying in this empty look for the Titans. The Swamp Cats defense has 2 deep safeties. They'll normally play a lot of guys up tight, but tonight, now they'll rotate a single high safety and a little motion. Up front on, it looks like the Titans offensive line will see the call from the officiating crew.
I'm wondering if that was, I think that was encroachment, James. The guy hit.
Yep. A little.
Yeah, he hit the offensive lineman and made the offensive lineman jump.
Yes, that'll be a 5-yard penalty on the Swamp Cats. It'll take a 2nd down and 2 now. From the 39-yard line, quickly, the Titans offense threatening. Quick shift late from the Swamp Cats now. Lynch looking to throw, firing left side. Caught his man in the flat. He breaks a tackle at the 35 to the 25-yard line. Scampers out of bounds there.
That's Desmond Williams. We're going to see him a lot. You're going to be calling his name a lot, James, tonight. He is good on both sides as a safety. He's got, I think he has 4 interceptions.
He's the team with interceptions. And 4 as well.
And he's number 2 in receptions.
Now in the gun, Mack will join Lynch in the backfield, give up the middle of the field. A nice run, breaking tackle. Right up the middle of the field goes Mack. It's the 5. Touchdown, Titans. He wouldn't stop running there.
Yeah, the first play when they had a running back in the back, and look what happened.
They've struggled. They say they haven't really been able to run the football much this season, but as of late, Mack has really turned on as one of their top guys, and you saw it right there. He broke a tackle early on in the run and then sprinted away for a touchdown.
Yeah, that dude has some speed on him. We hadn't seen this team, but he is. Number 21's got a lot of talent going on. I wonder how much more they will get in the ball today with that kind of speed.
Number 75, Parker Phillips, plays offensive lineman, defensive lineman, and kicker. On for the point after it is blocked. A high snap messed up the timing there, and the extra point was blocked. So that will put a little bit of a shade over that early score by the Titans there, but it is 6-0 early on in favor of Trinity with 10:56 to go in the first.
And we'll see if that point comes back to haunt Trinity Collegiate or not, because sometimes those extra points can be the difference in the game, James. And nice play by their special teams to block that.
The Swamp Cats gave up that early field position there, trying to be aggressive. It bit them in the tail there. Now they'll get a chance to respond on offense. Quickly, we got to see a little bit of Davidson Lynch right there, lead them down the drive. Some quick, easy throws, but already you see how on time he is in this offense. So
you can also see a little bit of the size difference. He's a pretty big quarterback to be out there. He looks like one of the bigger players on the offensive side.
As it does look like Trinity is a game behind Wilson Hall, as we wanted to check that from earlier. So definitely a big 2 weeks upcoming for Trinity as they want to knock off Florence Christian, who's right behind them in the standings as
Yeah,
well.
it would keep them, as like you said, it would put them at number 2 in the region if they were able to knock off Florence Christian next week. I don't think anybody's going to catch Wilson Hall. They're
Comes back out
undefeated.
there, and he kicks it away from the 40 to the left side of the field. A high end-over-end kick caught at the 20-yard line and returned up the middle of the field. A nice crease there across the midfield line to the 45 and then dragged down. A great return there up the middle of the field by Ray Weston, the senior for the Swamp Cats, to get them in great field position to start.
Yeah, another nice special teams play for Lawrence Manning. You can't ask for better field position coming out, especially after they scored on you so quickly once you tried that onside kick. So now they're 2 out of 3 for special teams.
Now out comes the Swamp Cats offense here. As we said, their head coach has that ties to the Citadel, so they'll see a lot of triple option formations, but the real star of this team is their quarterback in Granger Powell. Powell in the gun, hands on a sweep going left side across the 40-yard line there, knocked out of bounds after a gain of 5 there.
I mean, for them to get going and to be able to run the ball would be key for Lawrence Manning, I would think, James. They need that going to kind of balance, because we already seen what Trinity Collegiate could do quickly.
Yep. Peyton Brown was the man on the carry there, as it was about a gain just shy of the 40, a gain of 2 there. Brings up 2nd down and 8. Powell in the gun, 2 backs in the backfield with him. He'll give to the one to his left, going down that left side of the field to the 35-yard line. Drop down there.
Yeah, that's a good second effort by the running back just now. He was hit at about the line of scrimmage and was able to carry people and move around for another 4 yards, it looks like. Good gain by him.
And that'll set up a 3rd down and 4 now for the Swamp Cats, as it's getting loud here. A lot of cowbells in the audience for the Titans, trying to cheer on these defensive players and these seniors tonight here on this crucial 3rd down. Still staying in this split backfield here for Powell as he gives it going right side to the tailback. He continues to make men miss. Oh my goodness, he's still going, cutting in and out of the field all the way down to the 5. That was number 2, Zy Dennis for the Swamp Cats, just making Titans miss all the way inside the 5.
Oh, what an exciting run by that young man. He did that all after he got in there, he kind of did that all by himself, because he was about to be tackled. He cut that thing back to the left and then spun around. What an exciting run, James.
That was incredible, Zy Dennis. We'll be talking about both the Dennis boys, Zy and Scoop Dennis, a good amount tonight for the Swamp Cats, number 1 and 2. That time, the older brother, Zy Dennis, number 2, with, like you said, Chuck, an incredible run. I was just aghast at what all he was doing on the field there. Couldn't keep up with him. But now inside the 5 of the Swamp Cats, staying in that split backfield again. Powell in the gun. He'll go to his left now. Another stretch handoff to Peyton Brown going to the goal line. But they get the stop there right at the goal line.
Yeah, big stop by the defense for Trinity Collegiate. I didn't get the number of who it was, but it looked like about actually 3 people got in there to make the stop.
Stopped right around the 5 or 6 yard line there, 2nd down.
That's why I was thinking. It looked like it was at the goal line, but I think he's at the 6. That's a big stop right there, 1st down.
Still kind of blending that triple option, using that split backfield out of the gun. It is still Scoop Dennis. That is Zy Dennis in motion there, and flags fly. Looks to probably be a false start. Yes, it is on the Swamp Cats. That'll back him up just outside of that goal-to-go situation. It'll be 2nd and 11.
And that's where that stop on 1st down was really big for Trinity Collegiate. Big for them, because now they're pretty much looking more than likely at a passing down. 2nd and 11.
Granger Howell really hasn't had a go-to target. He's really a point guard on this team, likes to spread the ball around a lot. Asher Sanders, their tight end, is one of their go-to targets. They'll see if they use him here. Still in that split backfield look. Scoop Dennis to his right. And Rob Briggs to his left. They'll hand it off up the middle of the field. Into the end zone goes Zy Dennis, untouched again. The elusive Zy Dennis making an impact early for the Swamp Cats. And that'll be 6-6 with 8:06 to go in the 1st.
Well, not to say anything, but I think I just got proven wrong. Is I thought for sure they'd be doing the pass play. As much as we talk about their passing game, both teams are running in the first half.
A little draw there kind of fooled the defense,
I mean,
and then
both scores are rushing touchdowns.
now lining up for the point after is Daniel Vargas for the Swamp Cats. High snap, they'll get it down. Kicks on the way. It is good, and a early lead for Lawrence Manning here on the road.
And that might be that 1 point differential, because once you're down like that, a lot of times the coaches will go for two, and then once that starts, you could have a whole different effect from it, chain effect from it.
Already a different shift here in the atmosphere. A big stop there early from Trinity Collegiate, but now a little quiet sets over the crowd as they hope their offense gets to respond. It'll be back in the hands of their senior quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, this could be one of the – and for a while, James, we haven't had a really good competitive game. This could be that game.
And we had a good competitive game a couple of times. We had the West and the Wilson game. We had
it's been a while, though.
Northwestern and South had a couple of good ones. But, yes, this would be a great back-and-forth matchup here, as we're definitely set for a duel between Granger Powell and Davidson Lynch tonight.
Yeah, I know, yeah, and we definitely have been to some. But, I mean, the last 2 or 3 have been – running clocks.
Thanks to South Lawrence.
Yeah, been running clocks. That's why I was saying I'm glad to see, this looks like this could be a competitive game here today or tonight.
Vargas tees it up and back deep for the Titans is Mack and Garrison Copeland. This time a big kickoff all the way into the end zone, about 3 or 4 yards deep for a touchback, and Vargas a weapon there to be able to pin him on the 20 every time.
Yeah, I think you were talking about him a little bit earlier, and he's got a big leg on him, and we've seen another one in here like we talked about the South Florence. Their kicker's really good, but that
you can tell early just from his footwork and just watching how he kicked the onside kick, and right there he's got soccer background. I don't know the guy, but you can just tell from his footwork there he knows the mechanics of kicking a football.
Yeah, he does, and I can see it myself. I coached soccer for so many years and played it myself even at South Florence, but that dude can kick, and he actually can kick about a 40, 45-yarder, it looks like, with the way he kicked that one.
Now the Titans offense starting backed up at the 20-yard line, and they'll stay in that empty look. They like letting their quarterback, Davidson Lynch, play that point guard role. Sending him in motion now is Mack, and they'll fake it to Mack, and he'll go right is Lynch, finding some running room to that right side as he continues to run off tackle for a gain of about 3 or 4 yards there.
Yeah, as a quarterback keeper all the way, it was designed for him to run the ball. It looks like I said, so far all we're seeing is running. It wasn't a big game, but I like the way this game is going so far.
Trying to set the tempo here, trying to establish that ground game early here. Like you said, Chuck, both these teams really trying to find that here late in the season. Still staying in that empty set for Lynch as a lot of movement in that Swamp Cat secondary. A little draw, and he'll try to throw it over the middle to his inside tight end, Jael Preston there, but just outside of his reach there, incomplete for Lynch. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, the quarterback, like the receiver, running a little bit of the wrong route just then, but I'm not sure where the miscommunication was, but it looked to me more of an errant throw.
It looked to be kind of maybe a draw play, trying to bring the defense in, and just the footwork kind of messed up Lynch there.
Yeah.
Lynch getting the play call in from the sideline. As they take their time here on this critical 3rd down. No play clock here for Skeeza, so they're going to try to take their time. Mack in motion from left to right. This will be a throw all the way. Lynch will look to throw it. It's batted up in the air and incomplete. They snuffed that screen out all the way. And that was number 15 for the Swamp Cats, one of their leaders on defense, Asher Sanders, with the big play there to bring up the 4th down.
Yeah, and what a confidence builder for their defense right now after they let the first touchdown go. I know they had a short field to defend, but at the same time, they were getting run on and thrown on pretty well. This has been a really, really good stop for their defense. Let's see how Trinity Collegiate's defense is going to respond now.
Lynch will back up to be the punter. And back deep for the Swamp Cats is Scoop Dennis, their electric sophomore, as Lynch barely got that away. A lot of pressure in his face, and Scoop touches it, and the ball's loose on the field. A dangerous play there by the young Scoop Dennis to touch that ball as it was going by him, but thankfully he was able to get back on top of it, and they'll gain possession at the 43-yard line.
Oh, Scoop just got lucky there because he tried, he tried to scoop that ball.
He had to scoop it back up.
He messed up that whole thing. Sorry.
You're right, my friend. Here we go. It'll be Swamp Cats football.
That one got me laughing a little bit. On
Starting in Trinity territory here. Staying in that split backfield look. Scoop Dennis. To the right. He was going to throw to him. Going deep down that right sideline. He's got him, but he dropped it inside the 10. Had his man beat. The sophomore put a little wiggle on the defensive back, and it was wide open, but couldn't hang on.
What a beautiful throw by the quarterback on
Granger Powell.
Thank you, Powell. I know I'm going to be saying his name again, but Powell, he put that ball pretty well in there. It wasn't a perfect throw, but it was right there for him to catch it. You can't ask for it to be better placed. If it hits you in your hands,
Yep.
There's an old rule. If it hits you in your hands, you're supposed to catch it.
Scoop will want that one back. 2 tough plays there for the sophomore, and he's definitely talented. They're going to need him to lock back in here on this 2nd down and 10. Granger Powell in the gun. Calls for the snap as a counter play going left side. This one to number 3 down that left sideline. Peyton Brown near the 1st down marker there. Another nice run for the Swamp Cats.
I got to say, James, both of these teams are able to run the ball, especially right now Lawrence Manning, and this is not what we expected for this game.
Quickly back to the line of Swamp Cats here on 3rd down and 2. Now under center is Powell. He'll give it back to Brown. Going up the middle of the field, trying to fight for extra yardage. He'll be right there at the marker, and I think he got it, Chuck, by about a yard.
Yeah, they're signaling that he got it, James. Like we can see the referee over here. So just another nice run by Lawrence Manning and their offense. They're spreading it out between 2 or 3 running backs right now. So I think it's kind of confusing Trinity Collegiate a little bit.
For sure. And then that quick count there, they got back to the line quickly. Jimmy Newman saw the opportunity to go fast there against that defense, and now a fresh set of downs here at the 32-yard line. Powell in the gun. Zy Dennis to his left, but he'll fake it, and he'll go to the right side out in the flat. He's got his man across the 20, 15, 10, 5. He got a block, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Swamp Cats. Asher Sanders was left wide open and got a good block downfield, and that'll be another easy touchdown for the Swamp Cats.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw who that was that made the block just then, James, but he was trying to make up for 2 mistakes that he just had. That was Scoop, number 1.
He made up for it right there.
He, unfortunately for that running dude he didn't see him coming. He clocked him. What a big block to spring his daggum receiver open like that.
That's quality football there, and a 2-point conversion attempt there on the little awkward PAT alignment there. A flag flies. We'll see what the penalty is. But a lot of high school teams will run that trick formation there to start PATs. And they caught Trinity kind of lackadaisical there, but we'll see what the flag is.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was offsides on Trinity or I imagine it'd be on the offense since they stopped the play. Unless they came over the line and touched one of their players.
Looks like they're going to be lining everybody back up, back them up 5 yards and line them back up again here. But a huge stop there by the Swamp Cats, and then a big response as Vargas getting ready to line up this extra point. Powell is the holder. Snaps down, kicks up, and he got it. More whistles, though, from the officiating crew, as I believe there was another penalty on Trinity Collegiate there. Yes, an offside that'll be enforced on the kickoff.
Yeah, they want to take that extra point. That kicker right there really has a good angle on his kicks, everything. It just, the way it's driving through there is the best I mean, no offense to South Lawrence's kicker, but
Corey
right
Joyner
now,
is great as well, yes.
This right here, his kicking is straight, like perfect angle.
It'll be definitely a valuable weapon if this game is close down the stretch, to have a weapon like that they're probably comfortable with him kicking from around a 40-yard plus kick is what I've been hearing. So maybe we'll get to see a little bit of that tonight, as they will reline up this kick here.
Now, you're right. That's what I said earlier. That ball could have been 45 yards the way he kicked off.
Is it? This time it's blocked. Trinity Collegiate, just as you were talking them up, Chuck, they got a push on the young man, and they get that point back that they blocked earlier. So the score stays at 13-6 with 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
What a big play to come back and stop that. The thing I was talking about. Now that 1 point has become even, it's a moot point from what I was talking about. Both teams have done it. Now
it's a huge play by that special teams right there. That'll be talked about if they come back and win this game and are able to win by that point there, or able to get that advantage from that not being down at that point. That's a huge play there by that front seven from that Trinity Collegiate field goal block team.
Yeah, or even be in overtime. That's going to put you in overtime. That 1 point tied it up. But we're going to see if Trinity Collegiate's offense can respond, because just then they kind of got a little bit punched in the mouth, to be honest with you. They were getting run on.
Were all over a lot of those plays.
The records might show even, but as far as the state rankings, the Swamp Cats are ranked higher than Trinity Collegiate. I think Trinity Collegiate is 151 and they are 121. So in the eyes of most, they do see this not being an upset for Lawrence Manning to win and be more Trinity Collegiate be the upset.
They are in 4A of SCISA, as Trinity Collegiate is in 3A Region 2. So a region higher. But these teams have played each other in the past. They played last year in a close matchup where Trinity won 28-25.
It sounds like the same kind of game we're having right now, hopefully.
Yep.
So far, this has been really, really cool, and just a good vibe also for all the parents that are out here to see a really good game, because Lawrence Manning brought a lot of people as well on that side.
Yes, both these sidelines are full of fans and friends and family, and everybody's dancing, having a good time here in a competitive game. This is what high school football is all about here in the great state of South Carolina, here as we are into late October here, and it feels like it. It's just under 60 degrees here, a perfectly clear night. It is beautiful football weather, and we're blessed to be here.
Yeah, this is football weather. I know some people like to get it to where it's snowing, but I believe the fall weather is where you have the best.
From around the south, this is great football weather. I don't know if we want to be
this
getting
is
in
best to me. I mean, I've been in both
the snow of Lambeau around here.
Thank goodness. I've lived in Mississippi, and it snows there, and it's it snowed for a month and everything. It's just a little different, and you can handle it to an extent, but this is perfect. Like, it just feels right. It even smells right.
That's now both special teams unit coming out. They will move this kickback after the set of penalties here to the 25-yard line. That is where Daniel Vargas will kick this off of. So back deep, it'll be Mack and Copeland standing at their 20-yard line to receive the kick.
Well, he's definitely going to put his entire foot into it, because he's starting off at the 25. So we're going to see how far he can kick. Let's see this kick right here, James.
Vargas steps into it and kicks it away, and a nice line drive over end kick. It'll get to the 17-yard line, muffed but picked up there by Mack as he'll go left side, and he'll get good yardage up to the 35-yard line there off that penalty.
Yeah, really, really good special team coverage given where that kick came from. He had the ball, and he had an all open field to possibly get somewhere, but they had two great tacklers come in and stop the play at about the 35-yard line, which is very good from where they started, James.
Yes, sir. Like you said, the Swamp Cats, they want to focus on that speed, and that definitely will shine on those special teams units as they're going to be flying down the field to try to make a play. From the 35 now, it'll be Davidson Lynch commanding this offense as number 8, Andre Jackson, their bigger back, will line up in the backfield, spelling Robert Mack for a time here. And this will be a give inside, and tough running there for about a yard there for Jackson as they ran right into the blitz there.
Yeah, number 65, Tristan White from Lawrence Manning, actually laid a little wood on number 8. You said his name just
Jackson,
a second.
Andre
Jackson.
Jackson.
I'm kidding. Sorry, Jackson. Oh, that hurt.
Tristan White, number 65 for the Swamp Cats, definitely one of their best all-around defensive linemen, one of their biggest guy at 270 is a force. Now Lynch will go for that hard count, and I think he got the Swamp Cats to jump there. We'll check the call.
Yeah,
yes, it'll be offsides on the Swamp Cats.
Yeah, you had it right, James. He definitely, he was able to call. He had 2 of them jump.
That senior quarterback showing his experience there, commanding that hard count. keeping his offense on schedule here now, 2nd down and 4. Taking their time here. Jackson staying in the backfield to Lynch's left. Trips to his right. Single high safety roaming around. He'll look to throw it. Lynch will fire short. Caught over the middle of the field as it looked like a completion there, but an incomplete pass is the ruling on the field. Number 6, Garrison Copeland snagged that off the ground there.
Yeah, it looked to me like he had to use the ground a little bit to make that catch just now.
It was very close.
Yeah, it's hard to see this far away, but
we're
really,
a little lower
really
to
good
the
effort.
ground than we normally are. So
just phenomenal effort also by the young man.
Yep. It'll stay that 3rd down and 4 for Lynch. 2 high safety look for the Swamp Cats as they get the call in here. Lynch hard countdown, snaps his hands. Low snap, he'll look to throw. Pocket breaking down, he'll step up to run. Across the 1st down, there's Davidson Lynch as he fights for yardage and gets it. A 7-yard run for Davidson Lynch and a Titan 1st down.
It looks like he could be a little bit injured as well. Hand. But what a big play! What a big play by him. What's his? I got his
Davidson Lynch.
I keep wanting to call him Copeland because I know both of them are on there. I'm sorry, Davidson Lynch. What a big play! It was a busted play, and it threw the timing off. But he was able to will himself to get a good 6 yards for the 1st down. Nice play, young man.
Yes, sir. Now at the 47, this offense starting to move a little bit here. Staying in that trips look, and Andre Jackson, that big back, staying in the backfield with Lynch. Hard count. Looking to the sideline to the coaching staff now. Clock running, 4:15 to go here in the 1st quarter of action here. Now a flag flies in late here from the back judge. We'll check the call.
Yeah, I think that's going to be an offsides. Movement and false start, sorry.
Now they're going to call a delay of game there
Ooh.
on Trinity Collegiate there, as maybe the refs are keeping the time there. We don't have any game clock here that I'm checking here, or any play clock here that I'm checking. But
yeah, I don't see one, James, at all.
So it's up 1st and 15 now from the 42-yard line. Lynch in the gun. Calls for the snap. He'll fake it over the middle of the field. He's got his man, but dropped. Had Desmond Williams on the slant there, hit him in the hands, but in traffic wasn't able to hang on to it. It'll be 2nd and 15 now.
Yeah, that throw had a little bit of heat to it by Lynch, but still probably should have been hauled in by the receiver to gain. That was a good gain, a good throw, just solid throw right to the chest again. These quarterbacks are really doing the ball very, very well. They just got to have their receiver step up a little bit.
Be set up for 2nd and 15 now. Uncharacteristic there for Desmond Williams and for Scoop Dennis to have those early errors here. We'll see. We already see Scoop make up for it for the Swamp Cats here. As another low snap for Lynch. They'll have to corral it, pick it up off the floor. Now he's scrambling in the backfield and dropped a big sack of about 10 yards there. Number 23 of the Swamp Cats. That's Cole Lambert, was able to corral Lynch in the backfield.
Yeah, that snap threw everything off on it and everything for him to be able to make that play just now. Lynch didn't really have anywhere to go.
It'll be 3rd down and 25 plus here. Ball all the way back at the 30-yard line. The line to get is the Swamp Cat 43. So they're going to need a big play here in this passing game. The Swamp Cats going with that deep look, trying to get a bunch of people back to guard a little further. And another flag there by that back judge. And Trinity will go ahead and burn one of their early timeouts. So 3rd and long upcoming here. We'll take a quick step aside as well with them. We'll be back after the break here. 1st quarter action, Trinity down 7 early.
From the Florence Toyota Studios, this is WOLH Florence, 96.3 ESPN Radio, the worldwide leader in sports.
If that crack in your windshield is driving you crazy, but you don't have time to get it fixed, call Galloway Auto Glass, a mobile service company that comes to you. Owner and operator Will Floyd has over 20 years' experience in auto glass repair and replacement, but the real boss is Judge, the Labrador Retriever who rides along and ensures customer satisfaction. Galloway Auto Glass always treats your vehicle like their own and will even help you file your insurance claim. Call Galloway Auto Glass at 843-332-7575 or 664-9918, serving Florence, Darlington, Hartsville, and surrounding areas.
Now back to the high school football game of the week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to Crockett Field here on your Florence game of the week here, home of the Trinity Collegiate Titans here with 3:15 to go here in the first quarter. Trinity down 7 to the Swamp Cats, score of 13-6. Davidson Lynch here now backed up with a huge third and long here, third and over 25 plus.
Yeah, after the first drive, they've had trouble moving the ball.
Lynch will fake it. He'll look to throw. Stepping up in the pocket and immediately sacked. Not much time there. And that was number 51, I believe. Excuse me, that was number 67 for the Swamp Cats. That's Bryson Pepper, one of their interior defensive linemen who, one of their smaller guys as well, was able to get underneath that offensive line and get back there for another sack of Trinity. And so that'll bring up a 4th down and 30.
And Cole Lambert was up in there, too. 23's been all over the place for them.
Back deep is Scoop Dennis Lynch. Will try to get this away. And then again, pressure right in his face as he was hit as he kicked it, but it'll be dead right at the Trinity 48-yard line. So again, the Swamp Cats, excellent field position starting in their opponent's territory.
And the big thing I talked about with special teams, I always talk about it, but there's two things going on in this game right now that I'm seeing is Lawrence Manning special teams is doing a little bit better than Trinity Collegiates, and they're also running the ball a little bit better, which is something that I didn't think we see. Right now, Trinity Collegiates offense is having a tough time running against this defense in any kind of way or getting any kind of yardage.
Definitely been surprising to see how well they've been able to run the football here, and they're going to try to continue that trend here as Granger Powell lines up in the gun, staying in that dual backfield here. Hard count, trying to get the defense to jump, but discipline there by the Titans. And now flags fly here, and I believe that'll be a delay of game for the Swamp Cats. That'll back them up 5 here early.
Yeah, they almost had him. He almost drew him offside. He had 2 of them stood up, but none of them entered the neutral zone, so they couldn't throw a flag. But then, without any time clock, he looked over the side, and we can't even tell exactly how long every single for the time clock, because we don't have one here. Play clock, I mean.
Yep.
He just took way too long. You can't do that. Also, I hate when I see negative plays like that.
Yep. Got to have that clock in your head, especially as a junior quarterback who's played so well. Got to have that clock going off in your head. 1st and 15 now for Powell. As they said, number 26 in motion to the left. He's going to look to throw a double screen, batted up into the air, and they couldn't find the football. Number 8 and number 9 for Trinity Collegiate in the backfield. Andre Jackson and Walker Wilcox, the 2 linebackers, tried to bat the ball up in the air and should have had an interception.
They definitely came at him. Both of them did. The quarterback didn't have a chance. Powell was just struggling just to try to get rid of the ball. He got rid of it, but he is very lucky that wasn't intercepted.
They were looking around for the football, and it was just kind of spinning around behind him a little bit there. Tough to see with the helmet on, obviously. 2nd and 15 now brought up for the Swamp Cats. Number 26, Eli Sandifer in the backfield, as well as Peyton Brown. They'll give it to Sandifer up the middle of the field, and this time a big, aggressive stop there by the Titan defense. Give it to big number 77, Kyler Johnson, stopping him up the middle, bring up 3rd and 15.
Yeah, I was going to say, Mr. Johnson right there stood him straight up to make sure that he didn't gain any extra yards or hardly any yards at all.
That was a dominating play there by number 77. We talked about the undersize of that Swamp Cats there, and it definitely showed with big number 77.
Yeah, he's
just taking over that play.
He's been the easiest number I've been able to see so far.
3rd and 15 now for the Swamp Cats as they're going to play fake. Powell looking to throw deep down the left sideline. He's got his man Scoop Dennis at the 40-yard line. He hauls it in. He'll be about 2 yards shy of that 1st down marker here, and a decision coming up for Coach Noonan.
I'm pretty sure everybody in this stadium knows what's about to happen. He's probably going to go for this. The way they've been running the ball.
And no, not the fullback. He's not going to want to go for it on 4th and 2.
Yeah,
Come on,
exactly.
Chuck. No, no.
With the way he's been running the ball, you already know. That's
Face
what we were
mask
talking about.
penalty. A late flag flies in
It won't
on
matter.
the Titans, and it's a face mask penalty against the home team, and that'll be a free first down for the Swamp Cats.
Yeah, I mean, those kind of mistakes right there, especially when you're down 7. It's not something you want to see, especially whenever they're already moving the ball on you, and you had a chance to stop the momentum and stop them on 4th and 2, take the ball back.
That was a very late flag that came in there. We didn't see it initially there, but now it sets up the Swamp Cats in excellent territory here at about the 27-yard line. First down now for Granger Powell as they send Scoop Dennis in motion going right side, and there goes Scoop across the 35-yard line as he dives for extra yardage, about 5 or 6 there for Scoop.
Yeah, just a good, well-designed play by them. Right now, they know they can run the ball pretty well, so he just scooped it to the outside. I hate to use the word scoop, but that's what he did. He scooped it over to the outside. I do like to use that word, actually.
Called a gain of about 4 for Mr. Dennis, the younger of the two, as both of them very talented, very involved in this team, as Powell now lines up 2nd down and 6. Sending his tight end, Asher Sanders, in motion. They'll give it going left side. Peyton Brown following the tight end, going inside the 20-yard line, fighting for yardage there. He'll be just shy. Flags fly late. A little bit of pushing and shoving, a little extracurriculars there. We'll check that as well.
Yeah, they need to settle down on whatever's going on Trinity Collegiate right now. They just got a face mask penalty, and I can clearly tell by their body language that it was on them. We're going to see.
Yep. Huge play there. It was.
Yeah, 57 was upset with his player. Javen Clark, I could tell he was he's a junior, but it doesn't matter. He's showing senior leadership by trying to explain you can't do these kind of things in this situation.
As the referee will come out, and it'll be unsportsmanlike on, looks like both teams there, and those are going to offset. So replay the down and distance, as it takes 2 to tango, I guess.
Yeah, so most of the time it's only one player that gets called for. It's the one who does it second. But at the same time, you got to be more disciplined. Both teams, I guess, because I didn't know it was on both teams.
But as you've seen, they've had issues on some critical down and distances here. So now, I believe it will go back to 3rd down. Here as they're still trying to clear up the call here on the sideline for the Titans coaching staff. A lot of discussion here from the officiating crew.
We got 3rd and 2 coming up as soon as they get done discussing this.
Yeah, so it looks like they do have it now set up at 3rd down and 2 as they finally move that down marker. So it sets up a favorable situation here for the Swamp Cats as they've been relying on Peyton Brown and Zy Dennis a lot. It'll be surprised they haven't given it to Zy Dennis more with his early success.
Right now they've been able to move the ball fairly well with all of them, and I think it's almost like how they do with the receivers, spread it out. Let's spread it out between running backs.
Right. This team is very balanced. Dennis is in the backfield along with Peyton Brown. They'll fake it to Dennis, and he's going to look to throw. Powell firing over the middle of the field into the end zone. Incomplete. A great pass deflection there by that Titan defense. That's Garrison Copeland, who's making an impact on the defensive side of the ball. And that will end the first quarter. Yes, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter of action. With 12 minutes in the books, the Titans down 13-6 to the Lawrence Manning Academy Swamp Cats. We'll be back with the second quarter action after the break.
Metal roof and wall siding is available locally at Adams Metal Building Supply, a 40-year-old company offering metal building supplies for your home, farm, and recreation projects. Adams Metal Building Supply can order walk-through metal door kits and overhead doors, as well as bolt-up metal buildings in 4 different sizes for the DIY homeowner. Adams Metal Building Supply, where quality meets durability. Call Heather today at 843-669-6399 or toll free at 188-766-0043.
We now return to the high school football game of the week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the high school football game of the week here on 96.3 ESPN Radio, as we're up Hoffmeyer Road here at Trinity Collegiate Academy here for senior night. At the end of the first quarter, the score is 6 Trinity Collegiate and 13 Lawrence Manning Swamp Cats here. As a surprising first quarter, Chuck, we talked about how neither of these teams are really big emphasis on running the football this season. Maybe not by choice, but both teams have found success early running the football.
Yeah, they both have not. Definitely Lawrence Manning has been running the ball really well, but the first drive for Trinity Collegiate was very much a run-heavy, not necessarily run-heavy, but they had good runs in that particular drive, and it was surprising to both of us. Right now, it does feel like the offenses are starting to change a little bit where they're throwing the ball a tiny bit more. It may be out of necessity, but because they were in longer third down drives and everything. It looks like they're representing right now I think they said the girls tennis state champions.
Yep, I believe that's what they said. Yes, sir. So congratulations to them.
And then we're about to get back underway now, folks.
Yes, sir. It'll be 4th down and 2 for the Swamp Cats here, as they will bring out Daniel Vargas for that field goal attempt here. This will be about a 27-yard attempt here. Back him up to the 30, snaps down, kick is up, and Vargas showing why he's such a weapon here. A 3-pointer there for the Swamp Cats. It'll make the score 16-6 now, a 10-point lead.
I got to imagine that Vargas, with the way he kicks that ball, has got to be getting looked at by some schools here and there, even if it's a preferred walk-on or anything like that. He's
only a sophomore, my friend.
God, wait till he starts getting seen. He's got a leg on him.
Wonder how he does in the soccer field. On the pitch.
Yeah, he looks like he plays defense with his size, to be honest with you. He's a little thicker of a kid, but man, if he doesn't have a foot behind him. And this was a great first quarter, by the way, James.
Yes, sir. Early deficit here for Trinity, but with a quarterback like Davidson Lynch in this offense, obviously we got to see a little bit of Garrison Copeland here, and as well as Desmond Williams. They're kind of trying to find their groove here, but the stats show, and we've seen all season, that once they get into that groove, they're going to put up a lot of points and some fireworks here. So a lot of football to be played here for the Titans.
Yes, no doubt about it. We're going to see what this offense is going to be made of, because they're getting the ball back now, and they are down 2 scores. So they're going to have to get back in the area twice to get either a field goal and a touchdown. But they got to at least get that just to tie it up.
Yes, sir. Vargas getting ready to tee this up for the Swamp Cats, back deep for the Titans. Robert Mack and Garrison Copeland waiting at their 10-yard line.
Such a great night for football.
Yes, sir. Been enjoying it so far. All these fans here are very excited. As Vargas underway here to start this second quarter. This will be Mack from the 5, up the middle of the field to the 20. He finds a seam, 30. Makes a man miss at the 35, but dragged down there. A nice recovery there by Zy Dennis there, but a big return there by Mack, and it'll give us a good field position at the 35.
Yeah, wasn't a good open field tackle by Dennis from Lawrence Manning, because that, if he doesn't save him, there's a chance that's going for 6 right there, James. Really big return, though, for Trinity Collegiate.
As Robert Mack got him to the 37-yard line. And we'll see this Titan offense back out on the field in good field position here. And Davidson Lynch really hasn't been able to find that rhythm yet with his receivers, as he's had such success all year long. A good job here so far by that Swamp Cat secondary to kind of force them into that run funnel and not being able to throw to the open man yet. First and 10, 2 men in the backfield for Lynch as he'll take the snap and he'll give it to Mack. But immediately a bunch of Swamp Cats are in the backfield. And like you say, Chuck, tackle by population. That was a tackle for loss of yards there.
That was definitely a tackle by population. There were 5 dudes on him from Lawrence Manning to make sure he didn't get any yards. It looked like he lost.
Yeah, loss of 3 or 4 yards there for the Titans offense, as what the Swamp Cats lack in size, they make up for with speed and just tracking to the ball carrier here early on the defensive side. They have not been able to find the running game except for that one big run by Mack here for the Titans, as now Lynch settles back into the gun. 2 men to his left. An interesting set in the backfield as they'll give it to Mack going right side, but tripped up and dropped in the backfield. A great play there by number 65 for the Swamp Cats. That was Tristan White, their leader on the defensive side. Again, it'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something pretty soon, James. The play clock is not even on right now, and I'm not sure if there's going to be a stoppage or not, but we're showing 11:52 for the last few little bits right now, so get ready for a possible stoppage.
Yep. They haven't been sitting at 11:52 on the game clock here. They continue the game. 3rd and 15. Lynch will look to throw. Stepping up the pocket. He'll heave it long down that right sideline. Incomplete. Way out of bounds. Intended for Copeland. And that will keep it at 4th down and long for the Titans. And they'll be forced to punt again. As I wonder where the clock operator went.
Hey, he was here. I'm sure somebody's keeping up with it somewhere, but right now somebody's got, because it just went out of bounds, so it had to be a stoppage in clock.
Right. Lynch will drop back to punt this here. They've had a tough time getting a block for him, but this time they do a good job, and this will be right to Scoop Davis as he'll run right across the midfield line, 45-40. 35, down that sideline goes Scoop Dennis, and he'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, very, very big return, but what happened was that kick was just outdoing the coverage because it was such a hard line drive. When he got it, he had open space and just the momentum to get around. There wasn't nobody within about 20 yards of him when he caught the ball, so that was going to be a big return regardless.
Well, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Swamp Cats here at the 35-yard line. Great starting field position for the Swamp Cats multiple times so far tonight.
Yeah, they've had really good special teams play all night.
Granger Powell lining up in that split backfield. They'll give up that left side to, that'd be Peyton Brown, but great pursuit there by the Titans defense. That'll be Walker Wilcox, number 9, with a great tackle for a gain of nothing there.
And that's what he's used to. He averages 14.6 tackles per game. Their leading tackler, and once again, in on a tackle. Doesn't surprise me at all.
The Titans defense trying to sheer up against this run that has been efficient so far for Lawrence Manning. Lawrence Manning taking a long time to get out of the huddle here.
Powell's definitely a really experienced quarterback, so without that play clock, I know it's got to be a little bit harder.
Sending Brown in motion. He'll look to throw a screen set up to that right side to Scoop Dennis. Going down that right sideline, staying in bounds goes number 1. Still on his feet, goes Scoop Dennis to the end zone. An unbelievable balancing act on the sideline, and that'll be a 35-yard touchdown for Scoop Dennis.
Yeah, what an athletic play, and man, did the quarterback just get that throw off just now. Powell, he just got it off before he was about to be sacked. Beautiful play, though, by Dennis. I mean, he tight-roped it, got in there. I think he wanted to make up for those 2 plays that he had messed up. So he already did the block. Yes. Now he just made up for it. Touchdown.
Now they'll line up looking for 2 here. They will snap it, looking to throw into the end zone, and he's got him. The trick play to Ray Weston. That'll be a 2-point conversion, and now the score will be Swamp Cats 24 and Titans 6.
Yeah, that was one of them little push passes right there, James. That was a nice play design.
Still haven't updated the time on the clock here. We're probably about midway through the second quarter of action here, and an early deficit here for the Titans as their offense really hasn't been able to stay on the field for very long, get into a rhythm here. So the Swamp Cats, how efficient they've been able to jump up here early.
And they've been able to run and throw the ball. They've had a very balanced attack. But at the beginning of the game when we were talking, I was saying that running would be a big key, I felt, because both teams had a passing game.
Right.
And right now, it looks like Lawrence Manning is just able to run the ball a little bit better. Let's see. They've got to find a way to stop some of this if you're Trinity Collegiate.
Right.
It can get out of hand real quick.
Well, if you're able to find enough balance, and with how Scoop Dennis and Zy Dennis both have been able to make guys miss in the open field, it's a very balanced attack. We knew that coming in. There's no definite one guy, so a lot to watch out for at all times for the Titans defense.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for Lawrence Manning so far.
As Daniel Vargas will not used that last time, as they got that other point back that they got blocked, so wasn't used there for that point after. Now we'll kick it off back to the Titans.
He's definitely, we've already seen it. He's about to boot this ball again, James.
Vargas, high kick going left side here. Caught at the 20-yard line. This will be Copeland going from left to right across the field to the 30-yard line and knocked down right at the 34-yard line here. Good return there by Garrison Copeland. And now here comes the Titans offense.
Yeah, a little surprising right then that he tried to, he planted that ball up in there, I guess, to try to get his team to be able to run down there because his foot's strong enough where he can put it down into the 5-yard line almost every time, sometimes in the end zone.
Right, just get in the end zone for a touchback that we've seen so far, but letting the special teams unit there try to make a play as well. Now out comes Davidson Lynch to lead this offense. A tough road for the senior quarterback so far here on senior night. Haven't really been able to connect with any downfield targets here. 1st and 10 now as that Swamp Cats defense switches to a single high safety late. He'll look to throw against it, throwing left side. Got his man Williams going left side on a screen pass. He'll work his way upfield to about the 41, 42-yard line. A gain of 8 there. Bring up 2nd down and 2.
What a big effort by Sean Moore from the Swamp Cats just then. He was the one who tackled him from behind, and then he even thought that the ball had been fumbled, and he jumped on top of that. He just didn't give up on that play.
First time we really gotten to see Desmond Williams with the ball in his hands there. A nice electric run there by the senior wide receiver, who's also a very effective cornerback on defense. Sets up Lynch for a 2nd down and 2 now. Robert Mack in the backfield with his senior quarterback. They'll give it to Mack up the middle of the field as he'll drive forward to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a nice gain for another 1st down for the Titans. Is able to find some running room there.
Yeah, big play to give a little 1st down that they haven't had in a while. Trinity Collegiate needs this right now. They need to sustain the drive and get a score. Otherwise, this game is possibly going to be getting way too far out of hand for them.
We're getting that clock operation fixed up here, so we'll see exactly how much time Davidson Lynch has left to work with here. 1st down and 10 from the 45-yard line. 4 wide receivers for Lynch. He'll fake it to Mack in the backfield, looking to throw over the left sideline. He's got his man on a nice throw there to the 40-yard line. That was Jairell Preston, the big 6'5" wide receiver, and that'll be another 1st down.
Yeah, very good pass. Awesome to see them throw it to a tall player like that. You just throw it up there, but it was perfectly thrown. So going to give the credit to the quarterback just then for a beautiful ball.
100%. We've seen Jael Preston a couple of times so far, as he definitely seems to be a good safety valve for his quarterback. He plays wide receiver and defensive lineman, so an interesting, looks like Kyle Pitts out there, a big, tall guy. Sending a man in motion now is number 19 for Trinity, and they'll give it up the middle to Mack as he's going to try to fight for yardage. Not much there the Swamp Cats stymie on defense to only gain a yard.
Yeah, so far their biggest success, besides that first drive with the run, has actually been the pass. I was hoping it was going to be more of a mix, but Mac has not had a great night so far running the ball. I know he's gotten short yardages and stuff, but just not a lot of space for him to run.
As he'll sub out, and in comes Andre Jackson, the big 6-foot back. As Lynch in the gun, a lot of motion. Again, the Swamp Cats defense being active to try to confuse him. He'll give up the middle of the field, and oh my goodness, did number 65 shed a block and get that tackle there. Tristan White, we've been calling his name all night for the Swamp Cats on defense, makes a huge play there for a gain of nothing.
Yeah, that dude's been showing out all night. He's the biggest, like you said, he's the biggest player on their defense, but not only is he the biggest, he's really athletic as well. Just a nice play.
Call it a loss of 1 on the great effort there by Tristan Wyatt. It'll be 3rd down and 10 now for the Titans, as Davidson Lynch will settle into the gun here after receiving that play call.
And I can see beside us, they are trying to work on the game clock right now.
We're down to 6:40 here. We'll see if they get an official ruling here later on. Fake to Jackson. Lynch will roll to the right. Firing to the right side. He's got his man. It's Williams at the 25-yard line, wrapped up there. But a nice pitching catch there by the senior quarterback to the senior receiver.
Exactly what they needed right now. They need to keep this drive going. Big play, beautiful design play, and nice way to secure the catch, because we have seen receivers tonight just not securing the ball for their quarterbacks.
Right on the edge of the red zone. Inside give. This is Jackson up the middle of the field. Maybe got 2, fighting for yards. A flag flies in late. We'll check that.
Looks like a possibility of a hold just now. We'll see, James. Yeah.
Yep, looks to be a hold on the Titans, and that will stall a really good drive so far here.
The stuff I talk about, you on first down, just make a huge play and then a mental mistake. And that one's a huge mental mistake. That's not a 5-yard penalty. That's a 10-yard penalty.
Really, hasn't had much in the way of
It looks
momentum.
like it could be. Is it going back further? It's going back further than 10 yards because it went where the hold was.
Yep. They will mark it back all the way to the 38-yard line. The line to gain is the 15-yard line. 1st and long for Lynch, as he'll look to throw. Pressure in his face, immediately spins out of it, but sacked again back at the 40-yard line. A miscommunication there, and Davidson Lynch had nowhere to go.
Well, that's the second time Wade Reston's got in there back-to-back. I don't know if you saw him get in the last time and they had to hold him, but the quarterback had already made his move to get outside to the left-hand side. Lynch had already been out of the way, but that time number 9 got in there and caused disruption again.
Another late flag as well. That's going to be another holding penalty on Trinity. And oh my goodness, Chuck, from a huge play on the edge of the red zone, now marked back all the way to the other side of the 50.
Unfortunately, James, how many times have we seen this where it looks like another team has a chance to get back into a game,
we've seen
and they shoot themselves in the foot? We've seen it numerous times.
We've seen it, from West Florence as well when they played Wilson. They had a chance to put that game away, and then the penalties and just critical errors. It is 2nd down and about 40 yards to go here.
2nd down in Egypt.
It is 2nd and 35 at the end of the day. He'll throw it going left side to Williams. He's got it on a tunnel screen, finding running room across the 40, 35. Marked down at the 32-yard line as Desmond Williams there. That'll mark back a big chunk of that yardage. It'll make it 3rd down, and we'll see where they officially mark this at here.
Yeah, it's a big play by them, no doubt about it, but they had to have some of these yards back, and that's a big way to get it.
It's going to be 3rd and 17 now after a nice pickup there of about 27, 28 yards, but still a long way to go to get this 1st down yardage. You got to think maybe we haven't really seen much of the kicking unit for the Titans here, but maybe 2 downs to get this here.
I would imagine they would use 2 downs here.
Lynch in the gun, trips to his right. He's going to look to throw. Straight drop, pressure in his face. He'll fire down the middle of the field. Got his man, got in the end zone. Touchdown, Titans. Garrison Copeland beat his man down the seam and the rest is history, and that ignites this Titan crowd.
Was that number?
That was number 6. That was.
Dang, I thought it was number 8. I thought it was.
That was 6. That was Garrison
okay,
Copeland.
cool,
Yes,
good.
sir.
Yeah, good job. I just want to make sure we gave credit to the right player just now, but that was a beautiful throw, beautiful catch. Surprised everybody, especially on 3rd and 17.
That'll make it 24-12. 4:31 now remaining on the game clock here in this second quarter of play. And now the Titans will look to go for 2. Fake it to Jackson, throw down the middle of the field, batted up in the air, and caught. And guess who's there? It's number 6 again, Garrison Copeland. And now the score is 24-14.
Yeah, he just got an early Christmas present. That ball just popped right into his hands. He just had to be standing there. Even he was surprised that it came to him. You could see by his reaction.
That was just what the doctor ordered here when it all looked lost. Those back-to-back penalties all the way back across the 50. 2 big strikes there by Davidson Lynch. And the Titans now only trailing by 10 with 4:31 to go here in the second quarter. There's a lot more life here on senior night, Chuck.
Oh, no doubt about it. And for somebody that was shooting themselves in the foot so well, they did a marvelous job getting themselves back into it. We haven't seen that before. Normally, the drive stalls and ends. Yep. Congratulations to Trinity Collegiate on that touchdown.
Resilient, getting through some adversity right there on a drive that if you kind of mess up there, you got to force the punt back at midfield, and, man, you're looking at a real big deficit if you can't stop them again. But now the tide changes. Only a 10-point deficit now. That seems like nothing for this Titan offense, but now the Swamp Cats will get to receive this.
Yeah, now this is definitely 2-score game again, a little bit more competitive game. Let's see if the Swamp Cats can come back and respond. They're definitely going to want to come down and score again.
Zy Dennis back there, but it'll be a short kick to the 20-yard line as they'll return it across the 30 to the 35. A high tackle there, and a flag flies in. That was number 9, Ray Weston, on the return.
Yeah,
it's going to be another free 15.
Yeah, Jackson, looks like number 8, Jackson got him around on the horse collar around his neck and everything, so it's going to be a roughing. Is it offsetting? Because now they were pointing the other direction.
We'll see what
They were pointing towards Lawrence Manning. It looked to me like he tackled him by the...
I think it may be...
horse collar. But I guess not.
Oh. Yes, the penalty will back up the Swamp Cats there. I guess it will be a holding call, that high tackle. They didn't grab the face mask, just a late grab there maybe on the hold, and that'll back them up to the 25-yard line. So a little bit better starting field position for the Titans defense to try to get another stop here.
Which would be huge for them because it's been a minute since they've stopped them.
Granger Powell coming out, leading this offense, staying in that split backfield look. Zy Dennis as well as Peyton Brown in the backfield here. And movement on that Swamp Cats offensive line, back up 5 more yards. It'll be 1st and 15 to start the drive. And now the emotions and the nerves maybe switching back to the away team.
Yeah, and this is where you can start shooting yourselves in the foot. And you get that ball right back to Trinity, and then they go in before halftime and score. Whole different ball game.
Mark it at the 21-yard line now. The Titans smelling blood here on a 1st and long. As Powell still staying in that split backfield look to start this drive. Claps his hands, he'll give it on a sweep going to Zy Dennis, going right side. A good burst of speed there by Dennis, tiptoeing the sideline as he did finally step out of bounds there, still trying to find more yards there as they mark him for about a 9 or 10-yard gain. A flag flies there late. We'll check it.
Yeah, it was a very good run by him, but I got a feeling this could be a hold against them because they're all backing up already.
Oh, yeah,
against
another
Lawrence
hold.
Manning.
Yep, another hold against Lawrence Manning there, and we'll see how far down that hold was and where they'll mark this back to, but not the start you wanted to as the Swamp Cats seem to be losing that momentum.
It looks like it went back almost to, did they gain a yard? To the back of the line of scrimmage?
Yeah. Looks like they did gain a yard there.
Yeah, they did gain a yard. That was,
so net yardage there, give them +2 after the penalty, but it could have been a whole lot more. Swamp Cats now coming out for the offensive snap here.
And say the side judge had it marked the second down, but it is first down. They changed it back.
Now we have first again, Powell in the split set as he has been most of the night. He'll fake it to Brown and now look to throw. Clean pocket. He'll go down the middle of the field and batted up in the air. Almost intercepted one-on-one intended for Scoop Dennis, but a big play. And that was Garrison Copeland again as he's been a star here in the second quarter.
And I remember I kept saying I was calling Copeland and I meant to call Lynch. I don't know how I got them too confused because they're definitely two different style athletes. That dude right there is just showing out right now.
I thought Scoop had that extra step, but that extra closing step there by Copeland to get a big pass deflection there. What could have been a huge play now, second down and long for the Swamp Cats. As that Titan defense pressuring now a lot of guys at the line. They'll give it up the middle of the field, and they're all over that run. Maybe a gain of 1. They gave it to number 26. That was Eli Sandifer, but now it'll be third down and 11 for the Swamp Foxes. And the Titans, they can feel it.
Yeah, that defense is stepping up. They've got this crowd involved right now, which pumps you up when you're out there playing. Way to read that particular run. But we had talked about how they weren't that good at running just then. Good example of how they got stopped running.
Titans defensive line settling into the game, and especially with these holding penalties, kind of backing up these the Swamp Cats into a pass-heavy situation. They're going to have to look for it here, third and long. Still in that split backfield look, they'll send Zy Dennis in motion to the left, and they're going to look to throw. Powell fire into the space in the flat. He's got his man, the tight end, right there at the marker as he extends the football. A great effort there by Asher Sanders, and we'll see where they mark that football at.
He's marking him a tiny bit short right now, so they got a big decision. It looks like they've already decided they're going for it on fourth down.
Yep, quickly they get back to the line. Powell under center. And looks like a little movement there. No call there by the referee. Still everybody holds their water. Nobody moves. Flag flies late. I believe it's going to be against the Swamp Cats, and that's a huge hold there by the Titan defense to not move.
I believe their coach Noonan was trying to draw them offside, see if they get a free little first down. I think the plan was to punt in case they didn't.
Daniel Vargas drops out there to punt the football away as he stands back at the 15-yard line.
Big stop by Trinity Collegiate right now. They really needed that, like we talked about, because now they'll get the ball back with a chance to get any kind of points they can before the halftime.
As that'll be a quick timeout there on the field. We'll take a step aside with them here. 2:27 to go here in the first half. The Titans down 10, but looking to come back here in your Florence, the game of the week.
She earned 2 bronze medals. Congratulations, Danielle.
For decades, Stoudenmeyer Dowling Funeral Home in Florence has been there for our community to help them heal after a loss with dignified and memorable funeral services. When you choose Stoudenmeyer Dowling Funeral Home, you're choosing a legacy of trust when it comes to caring for both those who have gone and the family and friends they left behind. Everyone grieves differently, but Stoudenmeyer Dowling Funeral Home is committed to helping you through it. They're always available to you by phone, email, Facebook, and their website at StoudenmeyerDowling.com.
Right here to get ready to field this kick for Trinity. As we've noted, Vargas has been a weapon here. We'll see this will be the first time we get to really see him punt the football tonight. Trinity looking to come after it. Here he goes. He gets it away. A booming kick high into the air, driving Williams all the way back to the 30-yard line where it'll bounce at the 30, and they'll mark it right there. That's where they'll spot it at the 30-yard line. A nice field flipping play there by Daniel Vargas. But the Titans with a chance to again respond here late.
We got our answer about how good he could punt because he got the hold of that one and put it straight up in there. Yes. He's just got a leg, and we're seeing it live. It's the best kicker I've seen and the best punter I've seen, and it's from a Skeeza school.
Right. Pretty impressive. But that's the kind of talent you get to see even at the Skeeza schools in this area. We're They are definitely putting it on display here. These two schools, a lot of great young athletes. A lot to be proud of here for senior nights for both of these coaches. As Davidson Lynch out to lead this offense.
And as you said, both of these are first-time coaches for this, not first-time coaches here, but first year for this, both of them here. So pretty good feeling out period because last year they weren't part of it.
Lynch in the gun. He'll look to throw. A screen set up to that left side. It's Williams. He makes a man miss, and he's going down the sideline to the 40. Still in bounds, trying to make people miss, but he'll finally be corralled at the 41-yard line. A lot of tiptoe in that far sideline for the Titans. And that'll be another Titan first down.
Yeah, big play. Just effort by the player to get down there like that. It's hard for me to see exactly what was going on the other sideline. But I could tell he got good yardage.
All the way to the 41 now. 1st and 10 for Lynch, is trying to wait for that play call to come in here. Is a little miscommunication. Now they're ready. Here's the snap from Lynch. He'll look to throw. Stepping up defense, and they're going to start pressing their corners here. Rotating him over. Lynch come by here. 122 is the updated number here.
Yeah, they still got time here to get a score, at least a field goal. They're at 122, and they're on Lawrence Manning's 45-yard line.
And I believe they haven't updated, like I said, 44. They updated the clock, but looks like I think it's 2 timeouts. I think they used one that last time. So like you said, Chuck, now they're at the 45 after the penalty into Swamp Fox territory. Trips to Lynch for the Titans.
Ooh, that defender got very lucky on that spin move. He tackled him by his shoelaces. Otherwise, he was going for a touchdown.
It wasn't the fastest spin move I've ever seen.
No, but he still got him by his shoelaces. I didn't say he looked like a ballerina, maybe a little bit of a heavier set ballerina.
Lynch looks to throw back after the break.
I was ignorant when it comes to financial literacy. Thank God for the protection plan. I now have the roadmap to my financial future. No matter where you are in life, better credit, saving for a goal, or protecting your family's future, the protection plan is here for you. Boost your credit, secure your legacy with wills and trusts, and stay on track.
Chance right here to get a play and then possibly either get a shot for a touchdown. Trinity Collegiate, like you said, has done 2, but they may have taken 3 already.
Trinity may be able to run the football here. They haven't ran the ball well here, but 4th and 2, you're between 2 defenders, but a little too high there. And the Titans will turn it over on downs, and they'll give it back to the
17 seconds.
17 seconds is the official word on the clock here. They will line up in the gun.
Adams Metal Building Supply, a 40-year-old company offering metal building supplies for your home, farm, and recreation projects. Adams Metal Building Supply can order walk-through metal door kits and overhead doors, as well as bolt-up metal buildings in 4 different sizes for the DIY homeowner. Adams Metal Building Supply, where quality meets durability. Call Heather today at 843-669-6399 or toll free at 1-888-766-0043.
I was ignorant.
Lawrence, Darlington, Hartsville, and surrounding areas.
For decades, Staudenmeyer Dowling Funeral Home in Florence has been there for our community to help them heal after a loss with dignified and memorable funeral services.
5-6. It's Carolina 5-6. It's Carolina Forest 44. Myrtle Beach 14. Crestwood and Darlington are tied at 20 going into the half. South Florence all over Lower Richland 29-7. Hartsville with a 37-0 lead going into the half. Sumter leads Ridgeview 21-7. It's St. James on top of Cal leads Virginia Tech 13-10. What's in your score? Trinity 14, Lawrence Manning 24.
Metal roof and wall siding is available locally at Adams Metal Building Supply, a 40-year-old company offering metal building supplies for your home, farm, and recreation projects. From residential to commercial, they have metal panels in a variety of colors and profiles, plus metal trims for a clean, finished look. They carry vinyl bag insulation in several inch sizes and have red iron galvanized C's, channels, Z's, and angles. Adams Metal Building Supply. Call Heather today at 843-669-6399.
It's football season, which means it's time to head to Rivals, a store divided, your go-to place for all things Clemson or Carolina. Get all your fall fashions at Rivals. It's wall-to-wall with the latest Clemson or Carolina gear, including dresses, shirts, shorts, shoes, and hats. And while you're there, gear up for your tailgating parties too. including tents, tables, chairs, coolers, and grillers. Plus, check out their fan cave section. It's full of metal and wooden signs at Rivals, a store divided.
If that crack in your windshield is driving you crazy, but you don't have time to get it fixed, call Galloway Autoglass, a mobile service company that comes to you. Owner and operator Will Floyd has over 20 years experience in auto glass repair and replacement, but the real boss is Judge, the Labrador Retriever who rides along and ensures customer satisfaction. Galloway Autoglass always treats your vehicle like their own and will even help you file your insurance claim. Call Galloway Autoglass at 843-332-7575 or 664-9918, serving Florence, Darlington, Hartsville, and surrounding areas.
Metal roof and wall siding is available locally at Adams Metal Building Supply, a 40-year-old company offering metal building supplies for your home, farm, and recreation projects. Adams Metal Building Supply can order walk-through metal door kits and overhead doors, as well as bolt-up metal buildings in 4 different sizes for the DIY homeowner. Adams Metal Building Supply, where quality meets durability. Call Heather today at 843-669-6399 or toll free at 1-888-766-0043.
This is the college football preview from the Sports Talk Media Network. Phil Kornblut along with Chris Bergen. Interesting weekend, Bergie. No Clemson Tigers this weekend. They're off. No Coastal Carolina Chanticleers this weekend. They are off. But South Carolina will be hard at work at home. Homecoming for the Gamecocks against 4th-ranked Alabama. Gamecocks back-to-back losses to LSU and Oklahoma. Alabama rolling into town. 4 straight wins, all over ranked teams. They're riding high. Will they overlook the Gamecocks? Could this be a trap game for Alabama? Will Alabama exhale, and will South Carolina have a chance to rise up and come away with the upset victory?
Well, if it's ever going to happen for Alabama, Phil, it would be this weekend. They've got an open date next week, then they've got LSU in 2 weeks. And as you pointed out, they're, I believe, the first SEC team to ever beat 4 consecutive ranked teams in succession, and that's what they've done the last month. So, yeah, I mean, human nature tells you they should be due for a letdown. The problem is, I'm not sure ever since the Florida State game they know what letdown means. They have put this thing into 5th gear, and they're playing as well as anybody maybe this side of Ohio State. And it's a Gamecock team that even if Carolina or Alabama plays, let's say, their C- or D+ game, I don't know that the Gamecocks can score enough. You're talking about an offense that is ranked down towards the bottom of
over that offensive coordinator's office at Clemson.
Totally fascinating what we have witnessed at Clemson. And I would say, in as much a surprise as the offense has been, let's look at the defense. Probably gets him by as he's in the honeymoon phase up there. But they've got to step it up on both sides of the football. And who would have thought that Duke coming into Clemson would be a massive game for the Tigers? Because you lose that and you start looking at a situation where both the Gamecocks and Tigers may not qualify for a bowl game.
Shudder the thought. Now, Coastal Carolina, great win at Appalachian State, coming from behind to do so on the road at a tough place to win. Though Coastal Carolina has
momentum into Marshall next Thursday at home. Should be a great crowd because the Chanticleers sit right now 1 game back of James Madison in the Sun Belt East Division standings, with a real opportunity to have that game at the end. It's not a big surprise, but the Paladins need to find a way to bounce back, and the Citadel just needs some luck to go their way.
North Greenville, which has won 3 straight, will be at Valdosta State. Undefeated Benedict will be home to Albany State. Allen plays at Tuskegee. And Anderson, a loser last week to Carson Newman, will be home to take on Wingate. That's a look at the college football games coming up on Saturday. For Chris Bergen, this is Phil Kornblut on the Sports Talk Media Network.
From the Florence Toyota Studios, this is WOLH Florence, 96.3 ESPN Radio, the worldwide leader in
Stoudenmire Dowling
sports.
Funeral Home in Florence has been there for our community to help them heal after a loss with dignified and memorable funeral services. When you choose Stoudenmire Dowling Funeral,
I now have the roadmap to my financial future. No matter where you are in life, better credit, saving for a goal, or protecting your family's future, the protection plan is here for you. Boost your credit, secure your legacy with wills and trusts, and stay on track with budgeting and debt payoff tools. Call your certified wealth educators at 877-5-87768.
Metal roof and wall siding is available locally at Adams Metal Building Supply, a 40-year-old company offering metal building supplies for your home, farm, and recreation projects. Adams Metal Building Supply can order walk-through metal door kits and overhead doors, as well as bolt-up metal buildings in 4 different sizes for the DIY homeowner. Adams Metal Building Supply, where quality meets durability. Call Heather today at 843-669-6399 or toll free at 1-888-766-0043.
I was ignorant when it comes to financial literacy. Thank God for the protection plan. I now have the roadmap to my financial future. No matter where you are in life, better credit, saving for a goal, or protecting your family's future, the protection plan is here for you. Boost your credit, secure your legacy with wills and trusts, and stay on track with budgeting and debt payoff tools. Call your certified wealth educators at 877-5-87768.
If that crack in your windshield is driving you crazy, but you don't have time to get it fixed, call Galloway Auto Glass, a mobile service company that comes to you. Owner and operator Will Floyd has over 20 years experience in auto glass repair and replacement, but the real boss is Judge, the Labrador Retriever who rides along and ensures customer satisfaction. Galloway Auto Glass always treats your vehicle like their own and will even help you file your insurance claim. Call Galloway Auto Glass at 843-332-7575 or 664-9918, serving Florence, Darlington, Hartsville, and surrounding areas.
For decades, Stoudenmire Dowling Funeral Home in Florence has been there for our community to help them heal after a loss with dignified and memorable funeral services. When you choose Stoudenmire Dowling Funeral Home, you're choosing a legacy of trust when it comes to caring for both those who have gone and the family and friends they left behind. Everyone grieves differently, but Stoudenmire Dowling Funeral Home is committed to helping you through it. They're always available to you by phone, email, Facebook, and their website at stoudenmiredowling.com.
Metal roof and wall siding is available locally at Adams Metal Building Supply, a 40-year-old company offering metal building supplies for your home, farm, and recreation projects. From residential to commercial, they have metal panels in a variety of colors and profiles, plus metal trims for a clean, finished look. They carry vinyl back installation in several inch sizes and have red iron galvanized C's, channels, Z's, and angles. Adams Metal Building Supply. Call Heather today at 843-669.
Ball season, which means it's time to head to Rivals, a store divided, your go-to place for all things Clemson or Carolina. Get all your fall fashions at Rivals. It's wall-to-wall with the latest Clemson or Carolina gear, including dresses, shirts, shorts, shoes, and hats. And while you're there, gear up for your tailgating parties too, including tents, tables, chairs, coolers, and grillers. Plus, check out their fan cave section. It's full of metal and wooden signs at Rivals, a store divided.
If that crack in your windshield is driving you crazy, but you don't have time to get it fixed, call Galloway Auto Glass, a mobile service company that comes to you. Owner and operator Will Floyd has over 20 years experience in auto glass repair and replacement, but the real boss is Judge, the Labrador Retriever who rides along and ensures customer satisfaction. Galloway Auto Glass always treats your vehicle like their own and will even help you file your insurance claim. Call Galloway Auto Glass at 843-332-7575 or 664-9918, serving Florence, Darlington, Hartsville, and surrounding areas.
Metal roof and wall siding is available locally at Adams Metal Building Supply, a 40-year-old company offering metal building supplies for your home, farm, and recreation projects. Adams Metal Building Supply can order walk-through metal door kits and overhead doors, as well as bolt-up metal buildings in 4 different sizes for the DIY homeowner. Adams Metal Building Supply, where quality meets durability. Call Heather today at 843-669-6399 or toll free at 1-888-766-0043.
For decades, Stoudenmire Dowling Funeral Home in Florence has been there for our community to help them heal after a loss with dignified and memorable funeral services. When you choose Stoudenmeyer Dowling Funeral Home, you're choosing a legacy of trust when it comes to caring for both those who have gone and the family and friends they left behind. Everyone grieves differently, but Stoudenmeyer Dowling Funeral Home is committed to helping you through it. They're always available to you by phone, email, Facebook, and their website at stoudenmeyerdowling.com.
I was ignorant when it comes to financial literacy. Thank God for the protection plan. I now have the roadmap to my financial future. No matter where you are in life, better credit, saving for a goal, or protecting your family's future, the protection plan is here for you. Boost your credit, secure your legacy with wills and trusts, and stay on track with budgeting and debt payoff tools. Call your certified wealth educators at 877-587-768.
Metal roof and wall siding is available locally at Adams Metal Building Supply, a 40-year-old company offering metal building supplies for your home, farm, and recreation projects. Adams Metal Building Supply can order walk-through metal door kits and overhead doors, as well as bolt-up metal buildings in 4 different sizes for the DIY homeowner. Adams Metal Building Supply, where quality meets durability. Call Heather today at 843-669-6399 or toll free at 1-888-766-0043.
I was ignorant when it comes to financial literacy. Thank God for the protection plan. I now have the roadmap to my financial future. No matter where you are in life, better credit, saving for a goal, or protecting your family's future, the protection plan is here for you. Boost your credit, secure your legacy with wills and trusts, and stay on track with budgeting and debt payoff tools. Call your certified wealth educators at 877-587-768.
If that crack in your windshield is driving you crazy, but you don't have time to get it fixed, call
A legacy of trust when it comes to caring for both those who have gone and the family and friends they left behind. Everyone grieves differently, but Stoudenmeyer Dowling Funeral Home is committed to helping you through it. They're always available to you by phone, email, Facebook, and their website at stoudenmeyerdowling.com.
Metal roof and wall siding.
It's wall-to-wall with the latest Clemson or Carolina gear, including dresses, shirts, shorts, shoes, and hats. And while you're there, gear up for your tailgating parties too, including tents, tables, chairs, coolers, and grillers. Plus, check out their fan cave section. It's full of metal and wooden signs at Rivals, a store divided.
If that crack in your windshield is driving you crazy, but you don't have time to get it fixed, call Galloway Autoglass, a mobile service company that comes to you. Owner and operator Will Floyd has over 20 years experience in auto glass repair and replacement, but the real boss is Judge, the Labrador Retriever who rides along and ensures customer satisfaction. Galloway Autoglass always treats your vehicle
free at 1-888-766-0043.
For decades, Stoudenmeyer Dowling Funeral Home in Florence has been there for our community.
Saving for a goal, or protecting your family's future, the protection plan is here for you. Boost your credit, secure your legacy with wills and trusts.
But they bounced back late in that first half. The score is now 24-14. We saw a little bit of an ebb and flow there for Trinity, but they finally settled in that late portion there.
Yeah, I mean, both teams made adjustments in that first half to keep the game a little bit competitive, especially if you're on Trinity Collegiate, and they've just kicked off, James.
Lawrence Phillips will take it, and now he'll return it from the 10-yard line, running over a man there to the 25. That was Peyton Brown on the return there, a violent run to set up this starting position for the Swamp Cats, who, so we talked about it going in there a little undersized up front. Big play there, a gain of 20 yards for Scoop Dennis.
Ooh, what a throw by Powell. I don't know I know you watched it too. It had to fit right in over the linebacker that was covering him, or that was in front of him to scoop it, or to feed it into Scoop.
A nice layered throw there by Granger Powell for sure, showing that arm talent, as he really hasn't been able to unload it, and not tonight, but Scoop definitely has been his favorite target. First down now, as they're going to give it left side. This is Peyton Brown running hard across the midfield line. They'll mark him down at the Trinity 47-yard line there. A gain of about 7 yards. It'll be second down, about 6 yards. It'll be second down and 4.
Yeah, he took off with a blast of speed from the backside and came through, and they barely were able to grab him, but good pickup of 7 yards.
Swamp Cats have been able to stay on down in distance fairly well so far tonight. They're not in any real bad passing situations. Been able to stay balanced here. Now 2nd down and 4, staying in that split backfield set with one tight end. Asher Sanders to Powell's right as they send Peyton Brown now in motion to the left. They'll give it up the middle. This is the other Dennis, Zy Dennis, up the middle of the field, a quick burst of speed, and he will have just enough room there for a Swamp Cat first down, looks like.
And I think this would be very advisable right now. If it looks like it is messed up, so the clock man is beside me. I'll try to keep us involved with as much as I can with the time. I have to kind of look over his shoulder for us.
Gotcha, yes, sir. We'll keep it updated, I'm sure.
Yeah,
that's an advantage I'm sure a lot of the players would like to have right now as well, though. But they will make do with what we have. It's 1st down and 10 now for the Swamp Cats at the 30-yard line. Man in motion is number 4, Pearson Gamble. It's a screen pass going left side and dropped. Hit him right in the hands, did Rob Briggs, but wasn't able to haul that in. And then a late flag flies in on that sideline of the Trinity sideline there. Looks like we may have had some in the backfield with the quarterback Powell, and they'll give it going right side to Gamble and nowhere to grow. A great play there by the senior, number 9, Walker Wilcox, when the lead sideline high, incomplete. That was intended for Zy Dennis, a little too tall for number 2 there. That'll bring up 4th down, and now a huge decision for Coach Noonan and the Swamp Cats here.
Yeah, that time he wasn't able to get.
The score stays to 24-14 with a huge stop for the Titans.
Yeah, big stop by the Titans and well needed in this second half. So now they've gone out and they can actually come out and score and get this a little bit closer instead of letting Lawrence Manning
a stop
the Swamp Cats.
Nothing there. A huge situation now for the Titans to be able to get this within a 1-score game. As out comes Lynch.
Is there a flag or something here, James? Because they're moving them back pretty far.
They are moving.
It's about 7:45 left in the game right now with a running clock.
Looking to throw. Look to throw again. Firing down the middle of the field on a hot throw there. Incomplete. Leading his man down the seam there. Intended for number 19, Jonathan Charles. That one was on a rope and just in front of him, Chuck.
Yeah, no doubt about it. She almost was caught just a little bit too fast for the receiver to get to, but very, very good effort.
That safety was coming down hard. Scoop Dennis playing that free safety.
You know, probably one of their leaders on the team,
100%,
of course.
Absolutely. Showing you why there. Trips to his right. Again, a lot of motion from that Swamp. Get ready to punt this. A low snap. He's barely able to corral it, but he has the time to get it away, and it's just off the even more negative play. But the Titans lucky to get out of it and still able to flip some field position, but nonetheless good starting position for Granger Powell starting elected. 1st and 15 now at the 42-yard line. Play fake, Powell rolling to his right, firing in the flat. He's got his tight end again, trying to hurdle over a man, but a good tackle there. That's Copeland on the tackle of, that was Asher Sanders in the flat. Give him about 7 yards, bringing up 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, Copeland and Wilcox. Wilcox wasn't in on that play, but those two have been really, really, really stellar for the Titans tonight, as both of them are just tackling machines.
Yeah, Copeland, I mean, he is an athlete, man. Offense and defense making a ton of plays. Now 2nd down and 8. Here comes that split formation again. Scoop Dennis in the slot to Powell's left, but they're going to run it to Zy Dennis going right side. Shifty moves by Zy Dennis, but gang tackling by the Titans in the backfield. Multiple black jerseys wrapping up number 2. That'll be a loss of maybe 1 or 2 yards there. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
You know, once again, number 9 was right on that action. That was Wilcox again, stuffing the running back just now. Not even close, though. I mean, they didn't move at all.
Yep. It was on him as soon as he took that handoff. Now a big 3rd down, and the Titans want another chance to get this football back here in this 3rd quarter. A little bit of confusion here as Powell directing traffic here, lining up both of his receivers to the left side. 2 tailbacks join him in the backfield. Hard count, a little bit of movement there from the Titans, but nobody crossed the line, and now a timeout from Coach Noonan and the Swamp Cats here as they want to collect themselves on this big-time 3rd down. Probably a smart decision here to figure out what you want to do here.
I think so too, James. They just need – this is a big drive for them as well. We're already, it looks like, about We got 4 minutes left in the third quarter. 4 minutes and 3 seconds left in the third quarter for them to be able to do something. And they need to go ahead, and if you're Lawrence Manning, you want to score right here. You want to keep the possession. They're near the midfield, so they should probably be going for it on fourth down as well. So they got 2 plays to get this.
Right. That will be Lawrence Manning's first timeout of the half here, trying to keep track of everything for y'all back home as we sort out the scoreboard situation here.
2 minutes left in the quarter. Members of the girls golf team.
Big third down here for the Swamp Cats here as they want to try to sideline, and a huge block there by, I believe that.
It's got to be a little disheartening to the Titans defense, especially you get them in the
go. 2 Titans in the backfield. That was your guy Wilcox, and that was also Kyler Johnson in the backfield.
Yeah, Wilcox is all over the place. I mean, I'm surprised he's not playing on offense the way he's so athletic on defense, because Copeland stars on both sides. I'm just surprised that he's not.
He's got a nose for the football, man. He is, like you said, he flies to the backfield. There's no wonder that he is a leader in the entire country in tackles for loss in private school football.
Yes, that's a crazy stat. Number 2 overall. I don't know how many there are, but I imagine there's got to be a quite good many.
According to what I had written down, he has 27 tackles for loss coming into tonight, 117 tackles. That's unbelievable. Powell looked to throw, firing right side, tipped into the air by Wilcox, but still scooped up by Dennis. That was Zy Dennis, the man to scoop it, not scoop, but tipped by Wilcox.
2:41 remaining in the third quarter right now, guys.
Powell lining up, still in that split backfield look that they've been so comfortable with all night. 2 backfields on either side of the quarterback, 2 receivers to his left. It's a sweep and a reverse. It's scoop going right. Got to try to get a block from his quarterback, but great pursuit, and guess who it is?
It's going to be Wilcox again, more than likely, but I'll tell you what.
Flying all over the field, number 9, Wilcox there again.
Powell missed that block. He was trying, but Wilcox is so skilled at being a linebacker that he got by him and was able to just slam on to the
Good luck with your quarterback blocking him.
Yeah, he didn't have a chance. I mean, he tried, but what a play.
The trickery does not work for the Swamp Cats now. 4th down and 8. Not a lot of motion from that sideline, but now, after a little bit of debate here, the Swamp Cats are going to go ahead and call another timeout here. Their second.
Trust and stay on track with budgeting and debt payoff tools. Call your certified wealth educators at 877-587-768.
We now return to the high school football game of the week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the high school football game of the week here at Trinity Collegiate School. Vargas, that'll make the score. Lawrence Manning, 27.
They're definitely right now winning that 1/3 of this battle.
Yep. And back out comes Vargas and this special teams unit. And really, for Trinity the rest of the way here, it's going to rely on Davidson Lynch. He's got him to this point in the season with so much success, and they really haven't gotten to that rhythm so far tonight. It's been a little here and there, some big throws, but haven't been able to piece it together. The next 12 minutes, 14 minutes and 17 seconds, really, the rest of this quarter is going to prove a lot for the rest of this season for him and how he's going to be able to conduct himself in a game-winning situation.
Yeah, like you said, just hasn't been a lot of consistency. See some really good plays, and looks like everything's going to go well, but then the drive stall.
Vargas kicks it away here. This is a high end-over-end kick to the left side. This would be Copeland going left to right, trying to get a block, trying to make people miss. A bunch of white jerseys surrounding him, and he'll maybe get it back to the 20-yard line. A lot of dancing there by Copeland. Obviously trying to use that athleticism, but great pursuit there by the Swamp Cats.
And no doubt he's got a lot of athleticism. You can see it just did. It took about 5. It didn't take 5 people to take him down, but he skipped around about 5 people before they finally got him. Even though he was skipping around through 5 people, he still didn't gain but about 2 yards.
Right.
He might be. I heard he was on the track team as well, so he might be on the dance team too, because he was dancing around a little bit.
We'll see what the approach is here for the Titans offense. I don't want to say they've abandoned the run, but now down 13 and 1/4 of action to go here.
They haven't run the ball a whole lot tonight successfully anyway.
Here we go. Lynch in the gun with Mack to his left. He'll look to throw. Straight drop back, pressure in his face. It's a screen setup as he'll just throw that into the dirt for Copeland. They were all over that. Play was blown up from the beginning for Lynch. And now a late flag flies in as well there.
That's intentional grounding. That's why, I think.
I mean,
I don't think he was out.
His receiver was right in front of him, and it looked like it got past the line of scrimmage.
I didn't think it didn't get past the line of scrimmage. I just didn't see.
He threw it right at the receiver's feet, I thought, but. Well, incomplete there. We'll see if they.
I think they might correct him right here. Let's see. I didn't see the receiver in the area.
It was that little tunnel screen that they've been able to run with Copeland. The Swamp Cats were all over it there. They will wave that flag off.
Okay, they waved it off.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's why they have other referees out there, and that's why I have a broadcaster beside me, because I also thought that it was intentional groundings. I didn't see anybody near.
Great play there by the Swamp Foxes, though, or excuse me, the Swamp Cats to make up that play there, bring it up 2nd down and 10 now. As Lynch sets up, this is going to be an empty set for him here. He'll look to throw. Straight drop back, firing down the middle of the field, and incomplete. A great play there by Scoop Dennis to make a deflection, but he had his running back Mack down the seam, but a big play.
Oh, he was wide open for a while. If he could have just hit him a few seconds or a second sooner, I don't think that the defender just then would have had a chance to get back on him. Scoop's just really fast, but I don't know if he would have got him that time, James.
That was a bang play for sure. Almost a big completion, then a big pass breakup. Sets up a big 3rd down now as the Titans again trying to just get the gears going here. Sending Jael Preston in motion to that left side. Lynch calls for the ball. Straight drop back, looks to throw. Firing over the middle of the field to Copeland, incomplete into traffic. He had him, but the footsteps of the defender got into his head, I believe, there, and that'll be a big 3 and out.
Yeah, it looked like the ball was thrown a little bit behind him as well, James. He was trying to make an adjustment, but that safety was about to land on him real hard if he would have caught that ball.
It would have probably been short of the 1st down, even if he had caught it there, but now a tough decision for the Titans to go ahead and punt this football here.
Yeah, they haven't done much in the second half, and if they want to get back into this game, you've got to move the ball some. Their possessions are about to be limited even more. We're almost at the 4th quarter. There's 1 minute and 50 seconds left in this this quarter.
Davidson Lynch standing at his 2-yard line to punt. It's a fake punt. Firing to the left side, and he missed him. He had him wide open. That was Robert Mack in the flat on the fake punt. He had him. Nobody was in the area, but just ahead over the intended receiver there, and a lot of frustration on that Trinity Collegiate sideline there.
Yeah, he's definitely wide open for the play. He just overthrew his receiver just now, and looks like Lawrence Manning's about to take over inside the red zone with a chance to kind of almost put this game away.
A huge set of plays there and just missed opportunities. And now Lawrence Manning with a chance to capitalize here.
There's 1 minute and 47 in the game right now, James.
In the 3rd quarter.
I meant to say 3rd quarter, sorry.
Yes, sir, you're all right. Waning moments here of this 3rd quarter. Now a fake to the back. Now he'll throw it back on the wheel route. Got him wide open. Touchdown, Swamp Cats. That was Zy Dennis on the wheel route. And Granger Powell found him wide open.
That was beautiful play. I'm glad I got to watch that live. He timed that up perfectly. He's been playing with that receiver a long time because that ball was thrown before the receiver was even there.
Yep.
It was probably thrown 10 yards in front of the receiver, and the receiver hit right under it.
Yep. Zy Dennis was the man they faked it to, and then he just kind of leaked out of the backfield. And like you said, when Granger Powell put his eyes on him, he led him perfectly, and in stride, Dennis got to walk into the end zone untouched.
Yeah, that was pretty, James.
Now with Daniel Vargas on to attempt this extra point. Snaps down, kick up, and Vargas through the traffic does get it to go. The score now here with 1.5 minutes to go here in this 3rd quarter. The Swamp Cats 34 and the Titans 14.
Yeah, they're up 3 scores now. It's going to be really, really hard to come back in this game. It's possible because we've seen the way that Trinity Collegiate can move the ball. They've really got a good quarterback in Lynch. definitely good receivers. Copeland,
Williams, everybody.
Yeah,
they have the ability to, for sure.
Oh, they've thrown for a lot of yards, so they definitely have the ability. Just right now, they haven't been able to move the ball in the second half.
Yeah, just a rough set of events there. Haven't been in rhythm with his receivers there, and then just a little bit of happy feet probably on that fake punt. Saw his man wide open, got a little excited there, and then immediately cost them on that back end for the defense. But still over 12 minutes to go here, a whole quarter of football of action here, and you know these seniors are going to fight tooth and nail to try to not go out quite like this.
Yeah, and you haven't seen any give up in them at all or anything, and they shouldn't be. They're only down 3 scores right this second, and they can always get 3 scores. It's just you got to stop their defense, and you got to have your offense to move the ball. And right now, they're struggling in the second half to move the ball.
Vargas will kick it away, again going for that high end-over-end kick, and this will be Copeland at the 20-yard line, going from left to right to the 30, still making men miss, bouncing off of people in a violent hit. Out of bounds, Copeland able to get it to the 32-yard line there. And that is where the Titan offense and Davidson Lynch will look to try to redeem themselves from that last drive.
Yeah, and you could hear the impact of that particular tackle from where we are right here. You just heard body on body.
There's some pads clapping for sure right there. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And now let's see if their defense can stand up. If they can get a hold here, this might put the game possibly. Let's see, we got 1 minute and 29 left in the third quarter. So we still got a little ways to go before I say that stuff.
But it all's got to start here with Davidson Lynch and his arm with these receivers to try to work themselves back in this football game. In the gun, spread look. He's going to look to throw and immediately tipped up into the air and incomplete. A heads-up play there. Asher Sanders realized that was going to be a quick pass over the middle and got his hands up to bat the ball.
Peyton McGee would just love to take what he just did away because for some reason he jumped up in the air. I don't even know why he jumped in there. He stayed on his feet. He would have gotten that tip. It was right to him.
Just a little excited probably.
He had a good shot at that if he just didn't jump up because when he jumped up, he lost every bit of momentum. The ball just went right beside him.
Brings up 2nd down and 2 now. As again, the Swamp Cats defense able to keep them out of rhythm here. An incompletion on 1st down. As Copeland moves in motion on an orbit motion from right to left. It's an inside give to Jackson, the big back up the middle, but nowhere to go. Not much help there. And a great tackle there by number 67, Bryson Pepper, the little man, making a big impact on that defensive line here tonight. That'll be 3rd down and 11.
He might be a little fella, but he stuck him just now. Number 8 didn't like the way that field. Jackson, he didn't like that at all.
It's got him listed, Bryson Pepper, 5'6", 167 at that defensive tackle position. But, man, he did a little dance right there, too.
I saw him. I saw the same thing.
Right
He's
now.
amped up. He did a little 2-step before this play started.
3rd and 11 now. Lynch in the gun. This is going to be a critical 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Pressure in his face, firing to that left side. One-on-one, he had his man Williams, but a great play there by number 22 in coverage. That was Jackson Timmons in coverage, and that brings up another big 4th down for the Titans here.
And if you're Coach Fagan, do you go for it right here on 4th down? Or
not much
do you
movement
punt it?
here from the sideline. This offense staying out on the field.
There's 40 seconds left in the quarter.
Jael Preston, the lone receiver on the right, trips to the left with Williams, Copeland, and that's Jonathan Charles. The back, Stace Jackson next to Lynch in the gun. Lynch calls for the ball, looks to throw. Another blitz in his face. He'll fire left side, and it's intercepted. Over the middle, it's picked off. Reversing field, back to the right side, breaking a tackle. All the way down to the 20-yard line goes number 12 for the Swamp Cats. That was Sean Moore, a big pick.
Yeah, nice play by the defense, Sean Moore just then. It looked to me like the receiver had it, but he pulled it away from the receiver and took off. And that little young man can run with the ball.
Holding on the defense.
Yeah, I was going to say I saw a flag. I think it's holding, but it's during the run back. I think it's during the run back after the interception was made. The flag didn't come until then, unless it happened. This one may be the one. Never mind, James. It happened right here. There was another flag I thought I saw over there.
We'll check what's going on here, but it looks like, yes, the offense is coming off the field.
Okay, yeah, it still is theirs. It was after the interception.
You're correct, Chuck. It was a hold on that return, which will get them all the way back to the 42-yard line, but still a big change of possession for the Swamp Cats in the waning moments of this third quarter. 28 seconds to go.
Yeah, big play by their defense. Like I said, he just come out of nowhere. It looked to me like it could have been the receiver got it, but he took it from the receiver.
This Titan defense needs a stop in a hurry. Powell will look to throw off the play fake. He's got some time now. He's going to roll to his right, and he'll just toss this one out of bounds. He'll chalk that play up to nothing there and live to fight another day. Second down.
And I'm going to clap for that, and I am literally clapping. I'm going to clap for that quarterback
no
right
one
there.
else is clapping on the sideline.
No, I'm clapping. I'm clapping because of the way he finally threw that ball away before he took a loss. Most of our quarterbacks that we watch, for some reason, will get up in that area. They'll be on the sidelines, and they'll take the loss, like a 2-yard, 3-yard loss. He just threw it out of bounds and saved the yardage.
Yep. 2nd and 10 after that incomplete pass from Granger Powell. But now back in that split look, and they are going to want to run the rest of this clock out here in this third quarter. Play fake, and Powell will pitch it to, this is Zy Dennis trying to make some men miss in the backfield. Goodness, he is quick, but just surrounded by black jerseys. A heroic effort to gain 2 yards by Zy Dennis.
It's like that's going to be the last play of the third quarter, but you can see the elusiveness of him. So really, really good try by Dennis.
Both the Dennis boys have been quite effective for their team here. They're up 34-14 here going into the last quarter of action here. The Swamp Cats up on the Titans here on your Florence Game of the Week. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of the game after this break.
If that crack in your windshield is driving you crazy, but you don't have time to get it fixed, call Galloway Auto Glass, a mobile service company that comes to you. Owner and operator Will Floyd has over 20 years experience in auto glass repair and replacement, but the real boss is Judge, the Labrador Retriever who rides along and ensures customer satisfaction. Galloway Auto Glass always treats your vehicle like their own and will even help you file your insurance claim. Call Galloway Auto Glass at 843-332-7575 or 664-9918, serving Florence, Darlington, Hartsville, and surrounding areas.
From the Florence Toyota Studios, this is WOLH Florence, 96.3 ESPN Radio, the worldwide leader in sports.
Now back to the high school football game of the week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the high school football game of the week here on 96.3 ESPN Radio as we enter the fourth quarter of action here. It's senior night at Trinity Collegiate. The Titans down 20 here in the fourth quarter, and it's going to take a valiant effort from this whole team for them to get back in this football game, Chuck, here at senior night, as the Swamp Cats have come in here and have really looked like a complete football team.
Yeah, they've looked pretty well tonight, especially, I mean, their special teams is what I've been most impressed by. I actually, let me say, special teams and their passing.
Yep.
Been very impressed by that. They're running also. I mean, I've got to be honest with you. Like you said, just well balanced. I didn't expect them to be able to run as well.
We're starting with a 3rd down and 8 with Lawrence Manning in the gun. This will be Powell looking to throw. Straight drop back. Pressure in his face as he'll just fling it out there. Incomplete, out of bounds. Great pressure there by 2 Trinity defenders in the face of Granger Powell. One of the Titans shaken up on the play, number 57, Jalen Clark, the junior, as well number 19 in the backfield. Excuse me. Yeah, that was number 19 in the backfield, Jonathan Charles, as well.
Like they're bringing out the punt unit on this one. I was wondering, I didn't figure they'd be going for this 4th and 8.
Check that, was number 59, excuse me. Oliver Brody was in the backfield.
And let's see if Vargas can pop this thing inside the 10-yard line. He's been showing his skills all night.
Seen a lot of power from the man. Now a chance to check out the finesse in his punting game as he's standing at the midfield line here. Williams, the man, back deep to return it, and this is a high kick. It'll bounce at the 10, rolling in, and they had a chance to field it there, did the Swamp Cats, but just missed it, did Sean Moore, as it'll dribble into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, good effort by the special team to stop that, because he did pop that ball inside the 10. Just was a little too fast for them to get to, but still
once
a
again,
good try.
that placement is just, that's some skill right there, man. I've been impressed with Vargas.
So have I. I mean, we talked about it. Like I said, he's been the best I've seen this season. I'd like to give him that credit.
100%. Now, this is going to be a huge drive upcoming here for Trinity. Really one of their last gasp effort here as they're down 3 scores, down 20 points. It's going to take multiple touchdown drives here to be pieced together, and it's going to take a big change of effort here from Davidson Lynch. He's been so effective all season long. We've really kind of seen a kryptonite game from him so far tonight, but a chance to turn it around.
Yeah, he definitely, for his senior year, he definitely wants this for himself, but it's really going to be a tough battle to come back.
Lynch gives off up to Mack, up the middle of the field, and a big run by Mack as they bring him down all the way to the 35, and that will help if they can get guys like Robert Mack to run like that. A big first down to the 35.
Yeah, that's their second biggest running play of the game. That was in our first quarter. We saw them run for the ball like that. That's the second biggest run play. Other than that, they haven't run the ball well at all tonight. That was a big burst, though.
Yes, it was. Now at the 36-yard line, first down and 10 for Lynch as he's going to drop to throw over the middle of the field. He's got his man Copeland making a man miss at the midfield line. There goes Copeland down to the 47-yard line. Back-to-back big plays for the Titans, and there's some life on this sideline. Moving quickly now are the Titans. Ball marked at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, some 2 big plays back-to-back for them. Very much needed if they want to get back in this.
Lynch in the gun, give to Mack up the middle of the field. A big running room for number 21 down that left side to the 35. Fighting to the 33-yard line as he slammed out of bounds, but another 12-yard run for the Titans.
Yeah, big run by him. He got thrown out of bounds real hard, like you said. He went up flying in the air, but looks like he's okay. He's right back in there.
Inside 11 minutes now of this final quarter of play. The Titans on one of their best drives of this second half, trying to inch their way back into this football game now at the 34-yard line. Lynch will give upside. This is Jackson, but again, this time the Swamp Cats hold him up. Number 23, Cole Lambert, stands him up for a loss of 2 or 3 there. Big drop.
Yeah, Cole Lambert's been playing really hard all night for Lawrence Manning, and just another solid tackle by him. But they went back to the run again, which I'm surprised about with the time left, but that time they got it stuffed.
Yep. Now behind the chain, second down and 13 after that there. Loss by Jackson. Lynch in the gun. He wasn't expecting that snap, but he'll look to throw. Pressure in his face. He'll roll to his right, trying to outrun the defenders, firing down the field to Copeland. He's got his man. Touchdown, Titans. What a throw. He found Copeland way down the field. Garrison Copeland was just left wide open, and the sophomore, with his second touchdown of the game, brings the Titans back within 2 scores.
Boy, were they just lucky just right now, because the quarterback wasn't even paying attention when that ball was hiked. But he knew what to do with it once he got it. He had to get out of the back of the out of the pocket, to be honest with you, because he was going to get tackled if not. The man was wide open down the field, though. Number 6 has been everywhere tonight.
He has been.
Copeland.
With 10-10 now, the Titans looking to line up for 2 here to make it a 12-point game. Inside give. No, it's a play fake. He kept it. Lynch will throw into the end zone, and it'll be intercepted in the back of the end zone by Zy Dennis, but the score stays at 14 with 10 minutes to go here in the final quarter of play, and now the Titans will try to get another stop to get the ball back.
Yeah, big stop just now. I know that sounds crazy, but that keeps them from puts them 14 instead of having them come back, because they went for 2.
Interesting there that you don't go ahead and kick your point there you get 2 touchdowns, then you win the game. You don't have to worry about overtime. But they went for 2, and the score stays at 14 full points.
Yeah, I was surprised they went for 2. They were down by 20. You need 3 scores, and you would have won the game if you get your extra point every time.
34-20 with the Swamp Cats lead here, as it now falls on Granger Powell to be able to play a little keep away here for the Swamp Cats and try to limit the possessions left for Davidson Lynch.
I was going to say, I wouldn't be surprised to see Lawrence Manning run the ball a little bit more on this drive. I don't know that they will, because as fast as the Titans just scored right now, just plenty of time left.
Yep. Zy Dennis and Peyton Brown wait at the 5 to receive this Parker Phipps kick. And it's a onside kick, a little pooch kick into the air that is caught immediately by the Swamp Cats, number 52, Wyatt Gardner, but a flag on the play there, a little early motion looks like, so re-kick.
Yeah, the referee blew the play dead before he kicked the ball, so lucky because they were about to get really good field position.
Yep. So now interesting if the Titans want to go with that same look again here. Now all of the Swamp Cats, 9 of the 11 of them up within 10 yards of the return formation here, as Phipps now, he'll boot this one deep. He'll drive them back. This is be Zy Dennis from the 15 jogging and now picks up speed to the 25-30. 35, dancing to the left side to the 40-yard line. 45, 50, still staying in bounds at the 45, and now finally spun out of bounds there. My goodness, are these Dennis boys slippery.
They've got this special teams worked out pretty well in Lawrence Manning. At least tonight they have. Been very explosive plays on kickoffs, pretty good on punts. Just overly all impressed with how their special teams has responded and played tonight.
They started most of their drives in Trinity territory here, so able to make life easy on themselves as they'll start this drive at the Titan 45.
And let's see if they go to a more run-based attack right now to try to limit the possessions like you talked about and get this clock run down.
Peyton Brown and Zy Dennis in the backfield with Powell. They'll give it to Brown going left side. He's got running room. Peyton Brown bursting through the hole. He'll gain 11 or 12 yards there, and that'll be an instant first down for the Swamp Cats.
Yeah, that's the kind of run they're going to need tonight because if they want to run possessions and possessions, run the ball. The clock will start to run out. Right now we got, looks like, 9 minutes and 49 seconds.
Fresh set of downs, ball marked at the 32-yard line of the Titans here. A definite bend but don't break spot here. Even a field goal here would be a pretty detrimental blow, making it a 17-point game, back to 3 possessions here. So the line is here for the Titans. Split backs here for Powell as he's going to give it to, this is Peyton Brown up the middle of the field, and this time a big stop in the middle of that defense there by the Titans.
Yeah, I mean, it was about a 3-yard gain, so it wasn't a bad running play for them, but they're trying to run the clock out. And also something I've noticed over here in the quarter, because I'm the one watching the score key. I mean, the time clock is he's not stopping the clock like after running plays. If it's a first down, no matter what, he's actually stopping the clock for a second. Normally, you only stop the clock within 2 minutes.
Resetting the downs, I suppose that's how it is in college. So 2nd down and 7 now. Powell calls for it. He'll give it going left side. This is Pearson Gamble trying to find some running room, tiptoeing to the left sideline, finding some extra yardage there. We'll see where they mark him out of bounds. It'll be 3rd down and maybe 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, they're able to run the clock right now, and it's down to, looks like 8 minutes and 21 seconds, James. 3rd down with 2 to go. This would be a big play for Lawrence Manning to hold this ball and get at least a 2-yard gain here.
Different look now, under center look for the Swamp Cats as they're going left side, sweep to Gamble again, and a nice hole opens up for him. And another first down for the Swamp Cats as they're inside the Titan red zone here and threatening with the time running.
And they're doing exactly what they should be doing right now as far as running the ball and running the clock out. They've surprised me tonight with how well they've been able to run the ball, and it's mostly because of what we see on paper. We didn't get to see a lot of action from them, but the paperwork showed that they would not be running the ball a lot. They would just be pass heavy. But it's been, like you and I have talked about all night, it's been really balanced for their offense and defense, but especially their offense.
And you're really talking about in the keys of the game. If Lawrence Manning could find that balance, then they'd be a handful to stop, and they have been. This time, Powell's going to look to throw. Fakes to the right. He's going to throw that little screen right into the dirt, right at his receiver's feet. incomplete. Intended for Asher Sanders, the tight end there. That'll stop the clock. Second down.
Yeah, he didn't like that one at all. You could tell by his body. I mean, he just threw the ball straight at the receiver's feet. Didn't even want to give the receiver a chance to catch it. Probably protecting his receiver at that point as well, too.
Swamp Cats with the clock stopped here, trying to get a good play call in, taking their time. This Trinity defense with their backs up against the wall. They need a big stop here. Try to get their offense, this football back, and a chance to be able to get back in this football game. Powell hands it going right side. This is Zai. Zai cutting back inside, but a great tackle there. Gain of maybe 3 or 4 yards for Zai Dennis, but it will be third down now.
It was actually a pretty good play by him. I don't know if you noticed, but he made it happen at this stage in the game. The game is over. There's no reason for that kind of play right now. I mean, it's just I don't know, James. Some of those things get to me because that's not sportsmanlike in any kind of way. That's frustration penalty. You got beat. You got beat.
Definitely the frustration has been fuming a little bit on the sideline here in this fourth quarter. It's just nothing has really gone Trinity's way tonight. A little bit of self-imposed there to end it, just to add a little insult to injury.
Just for anybody out there, let me explain. You will not win every battle of your life. You got to have diversity and adversity and know how to stand up and be a man about it and not necessarily do the things that we just saw.
As
is there a timeout?